What is up, everybody? Good to be with you on this Monday night. Back to review some more Dynasty Fantasy Football teams. We're happy you're joining us tonight. We've got a lot to do. You can submit your questions and you can submit your Dynasty teams for review. Some of you have trade deadlines coming up. Some of you don't have trade deadlines, and it's the age-old question of, should we have trade deadlines in Dynasty? Do you think we should have a trade deadline?
In Dynasty, I like the Week 14 deadline for Dynasty.
So just right before the playoffs then.
Literally right before the playoffs.
I like that too. I tend to think that kind of eliminates shenanigans, but
yeah, I don't love no deadlines, period, because I think once you're in the playoffs, there should be no reason that you can have the power to negotiate with a non-playoff team for them to offload and try to win the toilet bowl or score the least amount of points at the end of the season at a crazy discount.
Yes.
And I just think it's unfair. So
yeah, no, I actually agree with you. So either way, whether you have a trade deadline or not, you will have the opportunity to submit for a team blueprint tonight. Make sure, like I said, when you do that, and actually, you know what I should probably just do is I will go ahead and make sure you drop a like, by the way, if you're joining us. But what I would do, I don't think I put the new. No, that's not it. No, that's not it either.
The thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The rookie draft guide
thing.
promo. I'll pull it in a little bit. Yeah. But what I would do if I were you, if you are wanting to get a team blueprint, what I would do is I would get the rookie draft guide with it as well, and you do that. I went ahead and just posted in the pinned message there. Went ahead and posted the 2025 rookie draft guide and free team blueprint with the annual MotherFlocker tier at flockfantasy.com/domain. If you do want to sign up and get the rookie draft guide, as you can see, the rookie draft guide is here and it is ready for all of your enjoyment. This is version 1, obviously very zoomed in at the moment. I wonder if I can zoom out. Yes, I can. Thank you. Hashtag zoom buttons are great. But here's our first version of our rookie draft guide. It's got all the players that you should be getting familiar with. You get that. You get all of the other tools, the My Teams, the trade calculator, all that when you sign up for the annual MotherFlocker tier and you use code DOMAIN. So you can hit the little subscribe button here, annual MotherFlocker. It ends up being like $8 a month, which I feel like that's pretty fair, right? Even if you don't think it is. You do get the domain team blueprint when you subscribe using code DOMAIN and annual MotherFlocker tier, and you get the rookie draft guide, and you get the My Teams, which, as you can see, this is for the Domain Live League right here. You get the trade calculator, and you get that free team blueprint, and for like $5 extra, we'll do it right now for you here on the stream. So if you're already a member and you do just want a team blueprint, you can go up here to the top right corner where it says personalized advice, do team review, link your team, use whatever league you want, select your team here. And then, like I said, make sure when you do this, guys, make sure you do live team blueprint. I do need to message somebody back. I think it was Cole. The Blueprint 2.0s are not live because they take quite a bit of time, but make sure you just slide up to where it says live team blueprint. It should be like $10 if you're not a member. If you're a member, it's like $5-7 or something like that. So that's how you do it. But we do already have a team review that we are going to do tonight, so we're going to start with that one. If you guys have any questions about the sign-up process or getting the rookie draft guide or anything like that, let me know. But dang, another mid-season startup for Dalton. You are getting in a lot of dynasty leagues, my friend. So Dalton's going to be first here, and we are going to knock out his team. And like I said, once we're done with his team, we'll refresh. As you can see, there's only one person in line right now, so you do have the opportunity to get your team reviewed pretty early in the night. We usually get 12 to 15 of these as we go on, but no line right now. So make sure you jump in. I'll drop the direct links and such, but let's get started with Dalton. So this is a Dynasty Superflex 12 team start 10. It says non-PPR. Dalton, is this really a non-PPR? You can let me know because I would be interested to know if it was. It seems like you wouldn't be playing in a standard league here, and we need to get that fixed if it is a PPR league. Which, so Brian asked, can you link Flea Flicker League? So what you're going to do is when you submit,
I've seen 1.5 PPR.
Yeah, okay. So when you submit, Brian, you just do. He says PPR. Yeah. You do a non-sleeper team or non-link team, and then you submit screenshots, and then yeah, absolutely, we'll go through and just review your team just like any other team, and but we can do blueprints for any type of team. So yes, just do a non-linked and submit screenshots. But Dalton says another midseason startup somehow built this team, have someone else's first, which projected to 101. Sith happens. How do you just do a startup, and end up this far ahead in the rankings. Look at everybody else compared to him.
He also said he's trying to down tier from one of the top 3 running backs for 2 others. Can't get anyone to bite though.
Okay,
so
cool.
Just an FYI.
All right.
So starting with the QBs here, we've got, man, it's just so nice having a bigger screen. Kyler Murray and Justin Herbert at the quarterback position.
Sitting here talking about your laptop case, in case you're wondering, because you didn't switch it. So that's the topic of conversation right now in the comments.
They think it's awesome?
No, they didn't say that.
Really?
No.
What did they say?
They said Jackson Sith and Jigba. That's what it said.
Yeah.
And Anna said nice. She said she didn't say nice. She said look at that laptop. It's drawing attention to you and not to what we should be drawing attention to, and that's Dynasty fantasy football. We went over this. I'm just saying.
It's the best case I've literally ever seen in my entire life. So.
Go. Review the team.
Kyler and Justin Herbert as your top 2 quarterbacks
he said no,
here.
Wrong team, disregard the down tier running back message. Said that was for another team.
Okay,
So
all right.
we're good.
I'll give you a 7 out of 10 there. I think that's pretty solid. At running back, you've got Devon Achane, David Montgomery, Alvin Kamara, Chase Brown, Tyron Tracy, Blake Corum. You've got a bunch of guys there. Chase Brown and Tyron Tracy, who we've struggled to rank actually in Dynasty, but they are certainly on the up because they both look pretty solid, especially Chase Brown. David Montgomery obviously getting the extension. Devon Achane, Alvin Kamara getting extensions as well. I mean, that to me is going to be one of the better rankings at the RB position in your league. I think that's easily an 8 out of 10 in a 12-team format. At wide receiver, you got Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Brian Thomas, Zay Flowers, Lab McConkey, Brandon Ayuk. That's a 10 out of 10. And at tight end, you've got Kittle and Kelsey, which is a freaking 9 out of 10. And what are his rookie picks looking like?
He said, I'm pretty sure he said he has someone else's first, which is the projected 101.
I want to look at that too.
25 first, which is somebody else's team, so not his own first.
I'll just say projected early first,
which is still above average, even though he doesn't have his own first. It's still an above average.
I'll give you a bump up there.
Draft
for your
capital grade, yeah,
that's solid. And does he have a record?
0-1. Yeah, they just drafted, so I don't think that's going to matter a whole lot this season.
Yeah, so not going to lie, man, with that pick and with your running back room, wide receiver room, comfortable at quarterback, really solid at tight ends, this is borderline elite value. Let me look at your depth here. I mean, goodness. Look at who he's flexing. He's flexing Garrett Wilson, BTJ, and Zay Flowers. This is an elite value team. You don't generally see very many elite value teams coming out of a startup draft. Usually takes some time to build up that value, but you just worked your league mates in this league. I think your depth is phenomenal as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's easily that's a 6-7 out of 10. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So your cornerstones, you got Kyler and Herbert. Your running back cornerstones, I'm going to stick with Achane for now. I'll throw Monty in there as well. He's got a nice extension. Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, G. Will as your top 3, plus 4 other wide receiver cornerstones.
Yes.
Beyond those guys. And then at tight ends, George Kittle is a cornerstone. I don't care that he's 31 years old. He's ridiculous. Okay, moves to make.
So you gave him an elite value on this one.
I mean, yeah, did you see that team?
I mean, yeah, but it's just funny that it's literally a midseason startup. How does he already have an elite value team? Like, I'm questioning everything at this point.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Yeah. Frick. All right. So moves. I like his quarterbacks. I like having Murray and Herbert there. I honestly don't think I want to move one of those guys. So
here's a target. I want you to get a backup QB that has some nice value upside. So I would go with one of Penix or McCarthy. Probably McCarthy.
You need some. But here's the thing, though. If he's contending this year, he needs somebody that is going to actually help him contend. He needs an. I mean,
McCarthy's going to play next year.
No, he's contending this year, though. You have him as contend this year, right? Or did you just disregard this year in his 3-year outlook?
I was disregarding this year, assuming that there's no record contributing to this year.
But he can still win the league this year.
No, Dalton, are you literally playing in the middle of the season right now? Like, does this season contribute to your outlook? Just let us know, or if you're waiting to really start until next season. Because I don't know what Sleeper allows. I don't know if they allow a mid-season like competition. So, yeah.
Keep going. I gotta check something.
Okay, I'm gonna have you move one of Kittle or Kelsey, just because you don't really need both. Honestly, You're going to get more value return from Kittle, obviously, more than Kelsey. But I would definitely just shop both of them and see what return you can get and see if you can't build up another position. I'm going to have you trade Tyron Tracy as well. I want to get a safer situation. I don't trust anything going on in New York right now. They're so dysfunctional. Tyron Tracy has looked really solid, but I would I would not gamble on Tyron Tracy. I'd rather gamble on Chase Brown long term than I would Tracy at the moment. So those are two guys to move. Any receivers you'd have them move or hold them all right now?
I don't know. I feel like you could capitalize off moving Brian Thomas if you're not really contending this season. So
Dalton said week 11 counts as week 1 technically. That's good to know. So this year does contribute to your contention. So if that is the case, I would shop. Would you shop CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah, sure.
Let's shop CeeDee Lamb.
I mean, he's not really going to... Yeah, you still get elite value for him, but he's not really going to win you a league this year.
Correct. I would look for like someone like Nico. You might have to pay a small premium on top just to get a guy who you know is probably going to produce like crazy when he comes back healthy. But that would be a guy that I would target. If we're pivoting off of Tracy right now, what's his market say about him? Oh gosh, yeah. Let's pivot and let's go. Even if you have to up tier, I would go get Josh Jacobs. I love his outlook for the rest of the season. And then a backup QB that could contribute to your contention right now, that is relatively affordable. How's Cousins been? He's been kind of eh. Stafford might be even. Stafford's not bad. You could go for Stafford. You could go for one of the older guys there. Again, Cousins, Stafford. Any other quarterback there? Tua. Tua's pretty affordable. I would go see if you can get Tua. And then another receiver. You don't really need receivers, honestly. I'm going to have you target another running back here because you could utilize it for a little flexible upside because BTJ isn't really going to contribute to your contention very much this season. He had a good game yesterday. I think he had like 13 points, but his upside is so capped with Mac Jones rest of the season. Even if Lawrence comes back, that offense is awful as long as Doug Peterson is coaching. So let's go Jacobs as your first running back target. And then if we're going to go target another guy, another running back in that range, what's a running back that you like in that range? Mixon.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get him. I mean, they just drafted is the thing. So I feel like a team that would have drafted Mixon might be trying to hold Mixon.
Trying to.
This is the team that have Mixon right here.
He's going to be kind of unknown because of his wide receivers. I mean, he has Juwan Jennings, who's going to produce.
Right.
But that's a tough one. Huh. Okay, I'll have you get Swift. Swift will be cheaper, and I like his upside on that team.
Yeah.
Okay, so your contention, we obviously think that you're going to be heavily contending this year. Your starting lineup looks great. Suggestions and comments here?
Yeah, I think with this team, like, just go win the league. You win the league in your first year, you get, you're buying for this year and 4 more years after that. So win at all costs. Definitely the other thing I was going to say is for future years, don't sell your picks. Even though you are an elite value team, like, you need a hold for flexibility at that point.
Yeah, definitely do not trade your 25 first specifically. That'll really maintain your elite value outlook for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. Oh, it says you have all your picks. No, I know, but you don't have your 25 first, right? It doesn't say that you do. If you do, then still, the point stands. I do want you to hold your picks for future years. So,
if you can get AJ Brown at a significant discount right now, I'd capitalize. Just FYI. I'll add that in there as well for you. So, another good team, man.
Yeah.
Another dominant team. So,
yeah, for sure.
Congrats to you.
Congrats on your latest elite value team here. So, all right. Appreciate you, Dalton. Per usual, we have a trade question that came in that we need to answer. It's from Brunel7. What's up? This is a down tier from Daniels. You would be getting back Kyler, a 25 first. Oh my gosh, it's not even close. This is a Dynasty Superflex 10 team. It's not even.
That's really good.
Relatively close here. I'm definitely taking this trade.
Yep.
And if you're in the Discord, you know that we are going to be releasing a video this week, actually probably tomorrow, highlighting your trades, talking about trade strategy, and what trades you should be making, and then also, grading some of the trades as well, telling you, you did a good job. I know that's what you want to hear, but this is not even, this is not even relatively close. So if you can get this done, and projected 102, how do you even, yes, oh my gosh.
We really like Daniels too.
No one player is worth that much in any
that's
format,
just
though.
Not good for you.
Yes.
For capitalizing on the Jaden Daniels hype, because that would be the last guy that I would want to move for Daniels is Kyler plus.
Yeah.
Because they literally just went out of their way to demonstrate that they're going to build their franchise around Kyler Murray.
Yes.
For the next 5 years at least.
Yeah. No, I know.
And might even win the division. So
I don't think there's that. Again, how much of a points advantage is one giving you over the other? I don't think any player is worth that much.
No.
But
we've really kind of flipped our opinion on the
top tier
value
assets.
of top tier assets.
I think people are starting to catch on as well.
Quarterback and Superflex.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you. No more holdouts. This is May Day. You also are in first according to our power rankings here by quite a long shot. You said first year of Dynasty startup. I have 26 or 25 second, 26 first, and your 26 third left. So we are missing some draft capital here. Made a lot of trades at the right time to gain a lot of value, like drafting Herbert at the 112 in startup, dealing him for Tua and Neighbors in the draft, and then dealing back Herb for Herb 3 weeks ago. That's solid. That's why you have a freaking elite value team, is you made that deal. Aiming to win this year and maintain a good future, 8-3 record. Okay, so let's
What's
see.
his team name? Mayday?
Yes.
Good.
So 7-3 so far. So keep that in mind. It's probably going to be a contending team, and let's take a look at his team. So
And he'll probably be 8-3, I would assume.
yeah, I'm assuming so.
Processes.
So Love, May, and Herbert is a solid QB room.
Yeah, it's a 8 pushing 9.
8 pushing 9, I agree. Then you've got Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, Brian Robinson, and Tyron Tracy. That's solid. Eckler as well for contending purposes. That's
7.
That's at least a 7, yeah. Jefferson, Neighbors, Thomas McConkey, Dell, QJ.
Well, Jeff Neighbors and Thomas
alone
alone is an 8.
It's probably it's a 12-team start 11 Superflex, full point PPR.
Start 11, that's a 9.
I think so too. And then McBride Hawkinson is a 10. So this is also an elite value team. Wow. Congratulations. Jeez, I'm just handing these suckers out.
So you got, he's not even on a weekly basis starting Herbert.
This is a very good Dynasty team right here. This is really good.
One of Hawkinson, McBride, nice. This is good.
It's a contend reload. Honestly, you play your cards right. You don't have to reload. And let's go ahead and look at some moves you should make here. So on an elite value team, what we're going to do here is just try to play the market a little bit.
Let's move McBride.
I think you definitely don't need 2 tight ends here. It does say non-tight end premium. Be curious to know if that's true or if it is a tight end premium league. Regardless, on any type of team like this, never over-invest in top 5 tight ends. You definitely only want to have one of those guys considering what you can get for them on the market. So we're going to move, honestly, what does he need here? wide receiver depth outside of, because from a contending standpoint,
if he's contending, I'd probably look for a little more running back upside past Gibbs and Chase Brown.
I do think you want to target some higher upside veteran receivers, with your wide receivers 3 through 5 being Thomas, McConkey, and Dell.
Yep. Which one of those guys would you shop?
It would still be, I mean, unless he's lost value, it's still Thomas for me. I don't really want to shop Neighbors, and I don't want to shop Jefferson. He's a wide receiver 12 right now. You can get London for him, though.
Consistency, or even just a pivot. I'll just put a pivot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think London's a good target. And then since you're moving off of Trey McBride, I would also package B-Rob and Tyron Tracy and see if you can't get a big up tier there and get a higher upside running back.
Right, yeah.
Because neither of those guys are super safe long-term anyways. So we'll call that an up tier. So this would be, if we were pivoting off of McBride, who are we looking at here?
I mean, you're getting up pretty high here. Again, I would look for a running back or wide receiver here.
A Kyron.
Yes.
Especially right now with Kyron's.
He would be able to flex Chase Brown and Kyron Williams, right?
Yes.
I think that's a big upgrade.
Yeah.
And then we need another, at that point, his depth is okay. But
let's put Kamara on here, because why the heck?
Kamara, yeah.
And then if you can get a nice productive wide receiver,
I was
right
gonna say
now,
older wide receiver.
Terry is great.
Terry is a great one for this team. I love that.
Yeah. So draft capital grade, he does not have any 25 rookie picks. Oops. And no 26 seconds, so definitely down there. But I'm not too worried about it, honestly, right now with your contention status at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, lineup looks great. You're definitely heavily contending with no rookie picks. So I would say avoid moving any more future rookie picks. Yes, I'll fix that. You have enough value to work with as is. Imagine typing. Other suggestions?
Let's see. The rookie picks. So, he has traded away rookie picks for his future. He did mention he has his 25-second. Keep your 26 first.
I already said that. That
was what that said.
Everything I said.
That's not what I thought you said. Okay.
I said don't move any more future rookie picks. Depth is important, but you have enough.
132, right?
You have enough to raise your starting asset upside. So keep that in mind. I think you can afford an up tier or two right now.
Yeah, I agree.
One elite tight end will do.
Yeah. I would also consider shopping one. I would also consider shopping a quarterback and getting a higher upside guy there. All three of those guys are about the same upside range. If you can get a rushing upside QB, I think I would do it on this team. So that is one thing that's very picky, but he can't deal Drake May because his team name is Mayday. So
that's my favorite thing to do, is to tell people to trade whoever their team name is off of.
Yes.
Off of.
Yeah. People really don't like that.
Yeah.
But all right, this one's good, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's another cornerstone wrap.
Cool.
Or elite value wrap, I mean.
Yep. All right, we currently don't have any in the queue, so if you want to jump in, get your team reviewed live, you can. Until then, we will answer some questions. Let's see. All right. I did just drop the link. I'll drop it one more time. You can get a team blueprint there, but again, I would sign up for the annual MotherFlocker tier and do it that way. That way, you get the rookie draft guide as well. So, where are my comments? Hello. Perfect. All right. Let's jump up. What's up, Tommy? Tommy says, hope you're having a great day. Just checking in. Thanks for the content you put out. It's helped me so much for the past couple of years. You're very welcome. Thank you for watching for a couple of years. We appreciate that. That's how we stay afloat. So, Dalton, what's up? How do I become a Dynasty YouTuber? Be really stupid and talk about Dynasty and do it on accident. That was our way to do it.
That was our strategy.
Who is the wide receiver to own in Cleveland? I feel like it's Tillman until noted otherwise at this point. I don't feel like you could go any other way there. How do we feel about Russ rest of season? Where did I rank Russ rest of season?
I think I have him in the 20s.
Like
early 20s.
Overall, he's early mid 20s. So yeah, I mean, I think he's somebody that if you have him in a Superflex league, you feel comfortable starting because they're 8-2. Like,
and before you ask, no, we are not moving up AR yet.
No, not yet, not a ton. I didn't move him down.
I bumped him up
so
slightly, but
he said I'm too good, so I need people to get better, so I can challenge myself. There you go, Theo. Make content that makes your viewers feel like they have an edge. That's a very good point. Brian Thomas Jr. and Bo Nix. Let's talk about it. So Brian Thomas Jr. we have ranked in Dynasty now as our QB
wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
I think I have him at
10
11
or 11.
Now. He's in the AJ Brown tier.
And then that's true for me as well. I wish the picks weren't in here. And then in terms of Nix, we moved Nix up to. I'm trying to remember where we just moved.
I moved Nix. I just moved Nix up to QB 13. Not that far off from Caleb Williams, and I do have him ahead of May at the moment. That can obviously change, but
I mean, I have him at 14.
Nix looks ridiculous, and honestly, he was one of the best investments in Dynasty this last offseason. We were pretty hyped about that. So
yeah, and he said Bo Nix QB 7 right now, and so he's talking about BTJ and Bo Nix. I think you're comparing the two. If you're comparing the two in Dynasty, I'm still taking BTJ at the moment. So what's up, Anna? What's up, Slammin' and Jammin'? So that was Alvin we just did. So appreciate you, my friend, and happy to do a team review for you. I'll let you answer a couple.
In Dynasty, Debo and Achane for Jefferson. That's not even close. I mean, if Debo holds that type of value where the up tier from Achane to Debo is worth JJ, that's a smash. It's not even close.
Yeah. All right, let's pivot over. We did get a team review from guess who?
Dalton.
Yeah. Goodness sakes, Dalton.
It's another 12 team.
Probably.
Yes, it is. Oh, wait.
Let me switch over to this. All right. Cool. And of course, what in the world, dude?
Oh, more. Hold on. It's 12 team.
Every time with this dude. Holy smokes. He said, I need y'all to ban me from buying blueprints. Yeah. Okay. Michael says he's in that league with Dalton. How does he do it? Tell us how he gets all these teams, dude. How do you have time to do all this? This is another midseason startup. Are you kidding me? This is a team I want to down tier from one of my top 3 running backs. I only have 26 picks here. Okay. All right, here we go. By the way, this is a 12-team Superflex Start 10 PPR league. So, domain rules.
Yep.
Here we go.
What's his team name?
HN Reaction.
HN Reaction.
I get it.
I like it. It's like a chain reaction.
Yeah, I get it. Yes. Are you kidding me right now?
What the heck?
He scams all of us is what
This is ridiculous.
That's what it looks like. Okay, here we go. Well, you can trade with him, Michael. Just don't let him rip you off. All you have to do is drop it in the Discord. Everybody will tell you, like, oh, yeah, you're getting ripped off there. Okay, so Kyler, Purdy, and May.
It's a 9.
Achan, Hall, Walker. That's probably an 8 or 9 as well. He's got 3 at the top.
That's a 9.
That's a 9.
It's not even close.
My gosh. Harrison, London, Rice, Smith, McConkey, Tillman.
That is a modest 8.
Oh, my gosh. And then Kittle and Njoku. That's an 8.
That's an 8.
Okay. Good night.
3 straight elite values.
What in the world?
All the elite value people are coming out of there.
All out of their shells right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So
it's flex season.
it is flex season, evidently. Your cornerstones obviously being Kyler Murray and Brock Purdy. You got 2 elite QB cornerstones. Devon Achane, Brees Hall. You have a team of cornerstones.
Yeah,
Marv,
Drake
London,
May is a cornerstone too.
Right, yeah.
Lachlan and Rasheed, Kittle.
What else do you say? What else is there to say?
Good gosh.
Jeez.
Tillman never even has a chance to see your lineup.
That's broken. Look at that. All right.
Holy crap.
Okay, so let's get into some moves. So I do like this QB room. This is like what I wanted the last QB room to look like with Kyler. You got some upside here, right? I love having Purdy. I love having May. I will say you could probably down tier from one of... Okay, yeah, Nathan went a completely different direction. So
sorry. Continue.
Michael is Heisenberg Lab. So he's pretty good too, but as you can see, not exactly the same. Still quite the gap there. Yeah. Oh, man. All right.
This looks like another midseason startup.
Isn't that? That's what I'm saying. How does he do this in a matter of a week?
What happened?
How many weeks have you had this league, Dalton? Okay. Anyways, you said Devonta Smith. You're just pivoting. Who are you pivoting to?
Someone who's going to score more points right now, which would be Zay Flowers, DK, JSN. Who's right behind that? T. Higgins, even. Any one of those guys. Who's your favorite of those? Probably Flowers because he's a 1.
Flowers or Higgins, yeah. Both of them really.
Fun fact, T. Higgins, when he's on the field, has averaged 18 points per game.
It's insane, dude. All he's got to do is stay healthy.
That is
nuts.
That's been an if since he came into the league, baby.
So I think we did 3 drafts in a half week. Holy cow. Good night.
Wow.
That's insane, y'all.
Okay, who else we moving here? Probably down tiering from Brees.
Dalton, it's a deal. Cody, to get a live blueprint, just real quick, since this is one of Dalton's teams, he didn't care that I show Cody. On the Flock site, up here, personalized advice. You can do it here, go team review, and submit your team through here. Or if you sign up for the annual MotherFlocker tier, it's not that much more. You get the rookie draft guide to go with it. So this rookie draft guide is going to be updated. When the bakery goes live on the site, you're going to get that as well. And then you'll get a free team blueprint. And when you go to use your voucher on it, you can just switch that over. And you can do a live one for $5. So that's what I would do. I would again use code domain, do the annual MotherFlocker tier, and then when you go to check out, just upgrade it to live. So
go figure. Brees Hall drops 31 on the Colts. That's so on brand for the Colts.
Yeah, no.
But
definitely.
Why would you ever fire a defensive coordinator that can't do anything midseason? Why would you do that?
Look at the bottom team in this league.
Oh my gosh! Well, I want to look at it.
How was this a midseason start? Did you guys just have a team you all took good players from?
He traded for a ton of big firsts.
Oh my gosh! Look at his draft. Wait, so why?
It's not even that good.
The draft capital is not even taken into account here. That's really weird.
But it's still not even that good. It probably is taken into account, but he just gets negatives at every single position. He literally has a grade of 1 at every position.
What in the world?
That is that's an unproductive struggle.
This is wild. Okay. Let's see. Let's go in here. I would move one of these quarterbacks, maybe just down tier and get a cheaper veteran QB3.
Purdy?
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, but Purdy's
he's the safest, and he's been productive.
True. May has upside, though. I mean, it would probably be May, though. May was the first guy I had in mind.
Dude, Purdy on a bad day still had 19 points.
Yeah, no, I know.
On a bad day. You know what's crazy? The dude has 4 rushing touchdowns and 267 rushing yards on the year.
I do not look like Sam Laporta. That's blasphemy. I look nothing like Sam Laporta. No.
I'm not seeing it.
I don't look like that.
I'm not seeing it.
We're good. Sorry, She Floss. No way. No way. All right, so what other? We need one more move, right? You keeping Rashee Rice on this team?
So which one are you moving, Purdy or May?
May.
Okay.
Dalton wants Michael's team sent to, or he wants Michael's team done too. So we're gonna do the one below it. Okay.
Okay. Other move.
Yeah. So, well, he's got 2 tight ends.
He does have 2 tight ends.
I
Let's
mean,
move one of them.
I would move Njoku right now.
Yeah.
That's what I would.
Other position. So, what do we want here? A little bit of. You are struggling production wise at wide receiver.
Yeah, that's
Marv is
I'm
inconsistent. London is fine. Rasheed is not playing. Devonta Smith is not consistent. Ladd is not consistent. Tillman, we don't know. So he's really forced to start Marvin, London, Tillman, and Devonta Smith every single week. So probably want to target some productive wide receivers here. Let's go get freaking. I have no shame on this team. Go get Cooper Kupp. Pivoting from Devonta Smith, we already have you getting Flowers. May, if we're down tiering, who do we want to down tier to?
Let's see. It's just thinking somebody that's been producing, like, I mean, a Goff, Geno, Stafford, somebody like that. But I'm just trying to. There's not like an obvious candidate to me.
We'll do Goff. Goff is fine. 2 is probably the cheapest that I would go. I just don't trust him. Okay, and then a running back here. If we were to pivot off of Njoku and go get a running back, Njoku's going to keep going up in value, so I don't really trust his quoted market price right now. What would you do? Would you pay Njoku for like Chuba?
Yeah. That's really where
Chuba's like RB6 on the season. Chuba's a really polarizing guy right now. I'm literally just thinking of production for you right now, and you don't need Njoku. You just don't. You can take a shot on Chuba even with Brooks coming back healthy. Honestly, no. Go get Swift instead.
Yeah.
Try to convince myself I can't. You're another heavy contender here. 1-0 right now. You're going to be looking good for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
All right, suggestions and comments.
What did he say? I'm trying to remember. He only has his 26 picks. I'm gonna say this is a start 10, not a start 11.
You have so much value, no need to down tier from one of your top 3 RBs. They're all incredibly high upside and can win you this league.
All right. You got so much value. Make sure you're just playing the market in the off season pretty heavily. All right, right on, Cody. We'll check and make sure we got it, but I'm sure we did. He said, I have a trade to send May and Breeze for Jaden and Mixon. Oh, gosh.
May and Breeze for Jaden Daniels and Joe Mixon. So
it's pretty lateral production-wise.
it is very lateral production.
It's honestly pretty lateral value-wise, too.
Yeah.
I think I would focus on these trades first before I did that. What do you think?
Focus on these trades first. I like the idea of doing. I'll tell you what, if you did pull that off, which you can, if you did do that, your leverage in the off season would be next to none in the entire league. You'd be working this league for the next 5 years if you did that. Everybody's going to be crawling at your doorstep begging you for value. So
yeah,
that actually is not a bad deal.
It's not a bad deal. Own the freaking...
And the reason I like that, even though Mixon is kind of unknown long term, don't be afraid of productive veterans if they win you this league.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's specifically related to running backs because your most productive running backs right now are a ton of older guys. I mean, I'd pay whatever it takes to go get Saquon.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay. Good there?
We are good there.
All right, let's see. Appreciate Dalton. We'll do Michael's team next year. You can do a $66 trade question. I didn't even realize that. That's funny. Oh, so I need to not mark this as done. Crap.
What do you mean?
I just won't refresh it, and we'll do it.
What do you mean?
Because it's going to go away if I refresh it. But this is where we're reviewing this one as well.
Oh, because
he
you
paid to have
this
this one
trade
done.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sick. And then there is one I need to pull back over. It's the one from earlier, the 2.0. We're doing that one as a live 1.0.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir.
And let me see if this works. Boom. Wait, yes? Yes. Okay, look. This is the blueprint. Obviously, this is what we're doing right now. We're filling out blueprints for people. And on the left is going to be the rookie draft guide. Again, it's version 1 of the rookie draft guide. But we are going to update it multiple times, probably 6 times. The next update coming here in about a month or 2. So you get that. You get both of these things, plus you get the trade calculator. You get the my teams. You get the rankings, all of that. And again, that's at thatflockfantasy.com/domain when you use our code. There it is. You got the annual membership, code domain. You get a free blueprint. And again, you can always upgrade the blueprint. So we can do it live right now. It's like $5, I think. So that's how I would recommend you do it. But the rookie draft guide, we did want to get that in front of you because it's obviously pretty cool. So,
you know, IU football aside, totally unrelated.
Yes.
I have never enjoyed college football as much as I have.
Well, there's a lot
season.
of parity this year.
It's been really enjoyable.
Now you have the SEC meatheads just saying that the SEC's all the 2-loss teams and they're just the best.
All gonna get
and actually, they're all mid.
Yeah.
Because LSU's mid.
Yeah.
Like beating LSU's not impressive.
I think I would probably, again, trying to be as unbiased as I can, I think the Big Ten will probably work the CFP this year between
I think so too.
Oregon and Ohio State alone.
Yes, but even potentially
IU and Penn State,
IU and Penn
admittedly,
State.
are wild cards. They really are. They could lose first round or they could win a game. And if they win a game, that's locked in. Oregon and Ohio State are going to win too.
And Dalton wants us to throw South Carolina. Here's the thing about South Carolina, though. I don't think they're going to make the CFP.
South Carolina, you got to be kicking yourself.
Solid.
If you're a South
They're
Carolina
solid,
fan, they should have freaking beaten LSU earlier this year.
Yeah, they should.
That game they gave away, and they would be in serious talks if they had won that game. And I think you're right. I think,
but they've had a good year.
They would have been.
And that was a good win.
They would have been competitive in the playoff if they hadn't lost that game. So
yeah, all right.
I think their outlook is really positive heading into next season.
If you look at the leaderboard up top here, Dalton has taken over the month, week, and day leaderboard. So congratulations to Dalton.
Nice.
Okay. So we did have a question about 2.0. So just bought a 2.0 we'll be able to review today. We actually don't do 2.0s live because we spend a lot of time on those. The idea behind the 2.0 is we like really go in depth and get some quality research and analysis behind your team. And so they would take us quite a while to do live. So if you want us to do it live as a 1.0, we can. And if you want to just wait for a 2.0, whatever, I can refund you the difference or whatever you want. But you just let me know what you want to do. And either one's fine with me. But we don't do 2.0s live because they take a long time. So they're the big boys. Okay. So Heisenberg Lab. This is one we're going to do. This is Michael's team. Obviously, Michael's in the chat as well. This is the second ranked team in our power rankings here. Again, it is a 12-team start 10 super flex league. And he is, from a value standpoint, at least according to the power rankings, he's behind Dalton by a significant amount here. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Josh Allen and Tua as your quarterback room is going to be a 7. Chase Brown, Ramondre Stevenson, Braylon Allen, Jalen Warren, and Marshawn Lloyd. That's like a
3.
Yeah, I'd give it a 4 because of Chase Brown's newfound value. I do have him as the running back 15 now. It's probably a 3. Yeah. Nico, Brian Thomas, JSN, Josh Downs. It's a lot of young upside guys here.
No, that's not
I would
bad.
probably
That's
give this a 7.
That looks like
and
a
then
7.
McBride alone is probably
an 8.
An 8, yeah. So really just hurting at running back here. When you're looking at the draft capital as well, it looks like he does own all of his future picks. So
good.
Oh, Dylan says he bought the live. Yep. Then we're going to get to yours, Dylan. We'll have plenty of time to do yours today. Well, we still have some room in our queue for anybody. I'll go ahead and... Again, Here is the link to get the draft guide and the team blueprint. Make sure you use code DOMAIN, sign up for the annual tier. And then if you are already a member on the site and you want to get a blueprint, you do get 30% off of a blueprint. So here's the link for that.
So the depth here is a little yikes.
Yeah, it's shaky. I mean, it definitely
very
is.
shaky. You really only have 2 startable guys in this depth, and they're shaky startable guys. You got Wandell, Pearsall, and then Warren, and that's it.
Yeah.
So that's probably 2.
Yes.
Cornerstones, you got Allen and Tua at tight end, or oh my gosh, at quarterback. At running back, I'll put Chase Brown on there for now.
Yeah,
And
no, I think he is.
Wide receiver, you got Nico, BTJ, and JSN as your top guys, and then McBride at tight end.
Okay. So
we got to move Tank Dell if you own Nico.
Yeah.
You're capping your overall
well,
ceiling there.
that, and I also think he's just got like a bunch of guys there. JSN, Josh Downs, and Tank Dell are all kind of the same like tier.
Yeah.
So I think
Tank Dell is currently in the same tier as T. Higgins because of the injury worries.
Yes.
So that's just an automatic pivot in my opinion.
So we're obviously going to go. Let's give him some running back targets here. At this point, with the way his team is built, down tiering from Josh Allen is going to be probably the number one thing.
Yep. To who? How big of a down tier?
Because he's. I mean, you're losing upside.
Do you want to do like a Kyler down tier, or do you want to do a Purdy down tier?
Well, a Purdy down tier lowers his ceiling at quarterback quite a bit. But again, I don't know if you're going to get ceiling if you're going to down tier out of Josh Allen because of all the guys, the rushing upside guys.
So Purdy on the season right now is QB8, and he's already had his bye.
Yep.
Allen on the season is QB4, and he has not
Let's
had
just
his
go to
bye.
Purdy. Let's go to Purdy. Because you could also go Bo Nix here.
You could go Bosef next.
And that you'd get more value. He's not getting Purdy or Kyler. We know that because Dalton has Purdy. Kyler. We just did that.
Yeah, never mind. All right.
He's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Okay. Fair enough.
That's not bad. Bo Nix rest of season outlook is
he's
Vegas, Cleveland, the bye, and then he's got the Colts, who he will do bad things to, and then the Chargers, Cincinnati, those last 2 weeks of relevant games. Kansas City, week 18, but that's not going to matter. Man.
Yeah, so
I'd be reluctant to do that if I didn't legitimately believe that Bo Nix is a good quarterback, which many, many people have worried about, and he's no joke, man.
Yeah.
Sean Payton is no joke. We got to get Sean Payton his flowers, dude. Remember when he was kissing up on Bo Nix the entire pre-draft process, and everyone was like, oh, he's just trying to justify his pick. I'm like, no, Sean Payton actually kind of loves Bo Nix.
No, he does. He definitely, you could tell. He's kind of a nerd.
So did you see him when Bo Nix like screamed at him on the sidelines?
Yes.
And he
called him Ferris Bueller.
And Sean Payton literally was probably like turned on.
Yeah.
When he was yelling at him,
Yes.
he was like, I love this guy's the best.
Keep yelling.
He loves football so much.
Yell more. The wide receiver room for a team that we are going to. We didn't give a 3-year outlook, so we need to do that because that's going to help me with the trade targets. It is a contending team.
7-3-7-8. Production wise, it is pretty well rounded in my opinion.
It is, yeah. From production point, I agree. I think that.
And you got all your future picks. Contend, reload.
Yes, yeah, it's a well-rounded team for sure.
I'll do contends. I'll do reload because you have plenty of cornerstones right now.
So what it was interesting to me about this team is Brian Thomas, JSN, Josh Downs. I just. Even with Nico, I'm kind of like Nico. I like
hold Nico.
The other guys.
Do you want
to
move BTJ or JSN?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I move BTJ. I just can't on a team where you're contending this year. I feel here's the reason I'm going to keep recommending to move Brian Thomas, somebody that I obviously have clearly advocated for on this show. Is he's not lost a ton of value. He's still a top 12 wide receiver, but you can get contending assets plus for Brian Thomas because he is still a borderline top 2 round dynasty startup pick right now.
Yep.
So you're getting the value. I don't think you're selling him like I don't think his ceiling is much his value ceiling is much higher than this with the type of player he is. He is that tier below a Justin Jefferson, an Amon-Ra, and like those dominant wide receiver ones that get the targets and they have the talent. He is more of a specific type of I guess. Like, I don't know. What do you think? So like who are you gonna down tier to?
Zay would be the first down tier option.
See, and I think so too, and Zay is literally right behind him. So that's what kind of worries me about that.
Zay is probably one of the most...
What about Terry?
That scares me too much, going from a 22-year-old cornerstone to a 30-year-old.
I just mean as a target.
Terry can be a general target
for this
him.
team.
Yeah. I'm still going to put Flowers on here because I think you can
All right,
still
fine.
move off
If you
of
can do it,
BTJ.
yes. If you can do it, yes. I agree with you. I hope he can pull that off. So
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be very, 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 very nice.
Very nice.
Flowers, Terry. Let's give him a running back target here. He needs one. Actually, Higgins. We have Higgins and Zay. If we're down tier from Allen to Nix, you better be getting a big name on top.
He did say he's a big Flowers fan, so he would like that. So Allen and Nix, yeah.
What running back are you targeting up there? A Kyron? I mean, we just saw that deal that went down for Kyron.
Yeah, do Kyron. Yeah, as long as Dalton doesn't have Kyron. He doesn't.
Yep.
Freaking, I cannot believe this team down here.
Let me make sure we're not giving them the same targets that we just gave Dalton. Shoot, we gave Dalton Zay Flowers as a target. We're going to have to give him a different target. Yeah, for that one we did.
You put that one in there. Okay, so then I don't. Yeah. Okay, so that works out then, because I don't think you're going to get enough on top.
Okay.
So do you go?
Maybe Higgins is the down tier target from BTJ.
I like Higgins.
And then we have a different target for Tank Dell.
I like Higgins.
Who would you target for Tank Dell?
For Tank straight up.
So you're looking. No, Terry's in that range.
Terry's in that range. yeah.
That's funny. That's very funny. Only a 4-year difference between the two.
So
of them.
what other trade target do you want here?
I mean, I like Terry.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, I like Terry too. So if you haven't put him in, absolutely put him in. No, yeah. Terry was definitely the guy. Yeah. Okay.
It worked out.
I like that. Okay. Are you worried that we only gave him one running back target here? But I feel like his wide receiver room needs as much work.
He has Chase Brown, and Ramondre's been inconsistent, but Ramondre is fine.
That's true. So if he picks up Kyron and starts Kyron, Chase Brown, and Ramondre Stevenson in a full-point PPR league, you're going to be starting Nico and potentially one of T. Higgins or Terry McLaurin or Josh Downs. Or
you're flexing Josh Downs every single week, not a question. You're going to be putting Higgins and Terry into the lineup. That answers all of your issues because you only need to start 2 running backs every single week.
Right.
So you'll be fine there.
Not much better.
All right, suggestions and comments.
Okay. It's just funny that he's in a league with Dalton. It's like, don't get in an arms race with Dalton, but don't be afraid to trade with him. Look, if you're on the Discord, like, I'll help you against Dalton. He did say the guy who has Nix has Kyron, so you could do a pretty big deal there, and it would probably work out for you. Don't be afraid to trade with Dalton here. Like, I'll help you do it. You ask everybody in the Discord; they're gonna help you. He says he'll give you Walker for Nico. Tell him to get lost, Michael. Tell him to get lost.
Explore down tiers.
Is your actual name Michael Myers? Because that's kind of cool. I see, the mask in your profile picture, but I went to high school with somebody named Michael Myers, but it wasn't you, I'm sure.
Explore down tiers from McBride. Try targeting like Hawk plus another RB. You do have legitimate depth concerns here. Yeah. I am a little bit worried about that. So it would give us a little peace of mind if you could do
Don't trade any more picks to that dinky team down here, please. Please. He already does have... He has Dalton's picks. We wonder where Dalton's picks went. Here they are. Jeez.
Don't trade your rookie picks for now.
Yeah, no, I think eventually you could get to a point. But again, I don't want you to get in a serious arms race because he's going to be law of diminishing returns when you get to the playoffs with a team like this.
When you get close to the trade deadline, reevaluate the value of your assumed late 25 first for a productive asset.
Yeah.
Again, you don't have to do that. Only do it if it's really going to objectively upgrade the ceiling of your starting lineup.
Yes, I agree with that. So, okay, cool. All right, boys. Sounds like a pretty competitive league to me.
Heck yeah.
Would you have 3 team reviews right now in the queue? Somebody just asked, perfect, Tanner, how do I get a live review? So there are going to be 2 ways to do it. When you're on the Flock site, what I would do, and this is just my professional advice. /notprofessional because I'm an idiot, is I would get the annual MotherFlocker tier, which is the subscription to the site where you get the rankings of my teams, everything, code domain, but you get a free team blueprint with that, and you get the rookie draft guide as seen on the left. So like I said, you have to use code domain and choose the annual tier to get a free team blueprint, but then you can upgrade that blueprint and get it done live right now for like $5. So on top of, the annual subscription. So I would do it that way. You can go down here to subscribe, annual MotherFlocker, make sure you use code domain, and then you should have a voucher. When you go to check out with a voucher, you should be able to upgrade it to a live blueprint for very cheap. The other way you can do that, if you're already a site member, whether under our code or somebody else's, go up here to the top right, this orange button, personalized advice, team review, and you're going to submit here. Make sure when you're checking out, you slide the slider up to where it says live team review, so you can get it done live. But that's how you do that.
Yep. And Heisenberg Lob. If you want to let us know what your Flock username is, I can.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Well, it was under Dalton. Because.
Oh yeah. Okay, or we can send it to Dalton, and Dalton can send it to you.
I just want to store it under his name. So
Yeah. That makes sense.
I'll do it under Dalton. It's fine.
All right, cool. All right, let's do some more teams here. Sunraker, if you see yours up here, then we got it. But let's start with... Oh, we need to pull one over, actually, real quick, too. And we need to do this one.
Yep, let me know.
And then Dylan is his Puerto Rican bandit. He's the alleged Puerto Rican bandit, he says.
Nice.
The one from earlier was Cole's, and that is... I'm trying to remember. One of us moved over. It's probably you. Is the only other one we got earlier.
There's only two
Cole Kelly
in there.
It's Cole Kelly.
I'll move them.
Perfect. Thank you. Perfect. All right.
Oh, look at this. How about that? All of them? Yep.
Yep, we're good on this. All right, cool.
Told you.
Shut up. All right, Puerto Rican bandit. When you're looking here, okay, wow. Is this the first time we've done a 16 team?
I have done every possible team you can dream of.
A 6-team league?
I've done everything is crazy. I've done an 18 team before. I've done a 16 team, a 14 team, 12, 10, 8, and I've done a 6.
Well, we got a 6 here. So this is going to be interesting.
I don't think I've ever done a 4.
But this is,
I've done a 6.
Again, particularly interesting here because you have a start 60 compared to what we're used to as a start 120. It's literally half the starting positions. Now, it is, again, a start 10, but you're gonna have some stacked teams here. And as you can see, this is pretty even across the board for our power rankings. So I know everything gets weird with the 6 team. I got a blueprint a couple weeks ago, and y'all told me to improve wide receiver, so I got to work. Okay, perfect. So you've already done one for this. We've already done one for this one, it looks like. And you did improve wide receiver. You are first in our power rankings here, and this is looking like a really good team to me. I do have to keep in mind, Avery, keep in mind, this is a 6-team league. When you're grading this is a 6-team league. I just have to keep telling myself that. So
I'm actually going to pull up the other blueprint that I did for him, so we know some of the moves that he made.
Yeah.
You keep going.
Okay. So Kyler and Caleb Williams and Patrick Mahomes and Drake May in a 6-team league, is that an 8 or a 9?
Mahomes, Caleb,
Kyler,
Murray,
and
May.
It's probably he's got.
So not a lot of upside in Mahomes.
No.
Not a ton of upside in Caleb Williams right now.
But he does
Murray and May are the two highest upside guys that you have.
Twice the amount of.
Here's how I like to grade it. Look at the other teams and look at who they have.
Okay. Well, yeah, and this does say QB rank 1, so that I think this is decent.
Daniels love Herbert.
I like his better than that,
Hurts,
though.
Stroud, Goff.
I like it better than that.
Lamar Baker.
He has more depth
Burrow,
than that
Purdy.
and upside, honestly. I think
Okay, yeah.
So I think it is probably a 9
8.
or an 8. Yeah, one of those two. He's got.
Yeah.
He's got he's got upside with Kyler, and obviously there's upside with some of the other guys here as well.
Yes.
So
Puerto Rican bandit.
Let's go. And then running backs. Gibbs, Hall, Taylor is still. That's probably still an 8 as well, I think.
Gibbs, Brees, Taylor, and Cook. Great upside in Gibbs. Great upside in Brees. With JT. With James Cook, but those are great 3rd and 4th options. You basically have, I mean, he owns 4 of the top 10 Dynasty running backs right now, which is pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Okay. Wide receiver, we got CD, Neighbors, Amon-Ra, A.J. Brown, Brian Thomas, and Tyreek.
But he's still got 3 of the top 6.
3 of the top 6.
And then 5 of the top 12. Like, that's still very good.
Yeah. I like it. And then what's his record right now? 9-10-1. Okay. And then tight end, you got McBride, Kelsey, and Ingram.
Which in this league, there's going to be so much parity with week-to-week matchups.
I'll give you a 9 there because you do have 2 of the more productive tight ends right now.
Yeah.
I'll give you an 8 actually.
Yeah.
I'll consider this a high-end, well-rounded team.
Yeah, I think you have to. I don't think there is such thing as an elite value team in a 6-team league, personally.
Yeah, it's tough.
But
last round, so here's something you'll want to with 6 teams, even though it's a 2 QB, you do want to treat it like a 1 QB, just because of the value of quarterbacks in this range. Last time I gave him an archetype of elite QB tight end with those guys that he has, but honestly, this looks pretty well-rounded to me.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Well-rounded with the same outlook, you still are going to be contend reload. What are the records of the rest of the team or the rest of the league?
Okay, so 9-10-1, 13-7 is this next team. 13-7, 10-10, 11-8. I don't know how he's
Puerto Rican Bandit. Does everyone make the playoffs?
Yeah, that's a good question. What's the playoffs?
Do you just play for seeding?
We'll see what he says.
I mean, that is truly week-to-week parity.
No, I'm telling you, in this type of league, there's got to be a ton of parity here. So
yeah.
So what do the playoffs look like? He asked, should I be keeping on my handcuffs? So in his suggestions and comments, I would say don't worry too much about handcuffs because they're going to cap your ceiling.
Yeah.
He said 4 out of 6 make the playoffs. So right now he would be on the outside looking in, which is crazy because he has all the value he needs. I don't know how you don't go for it, though. He's only 1 game out.
I think every single year, everyone in the league should be going for it to the end because you're only 1 game out. And the difference is, again, 9-10-1. What are the other ones? 13-7, 13-7, another 10-10, and then a 11-8-1. Yeah, no, man, you have just as good a chance as everyone else in this league. That guy's 3-17, so you're really just fighting it out with Jiggers in Paris and Brandon's
these 2 teams right here, and I think you could do it.
So, yeah.
Now I would consider shopping. So did he have CD Lamb when you did his last blueprint?
Last time I did the blueprint, he did not have CD Lamb.
So he picked up CD Lamb.
He did get CD Lamb. I had him, so last time around, I had him moving Jahmyr Gibbs for a bell cow running back, who he still has Gibbs. I had him moving BTJ for a guy who's producing right now.
Yeah.
And then I had him up tiering from James Cook and T. Higgins.
So he got Amon-Ra St. Brown, so I'm assuming that's who he traded Brian Thomas for.
Yeah. Well, no, he has Brian Thomas.
Oh, he still has Brian Thomas.
So he would have moved who did you move? Interesting. Because he had Herbert on here as well. He had Kupp, Mooney. He must have moved Kyron and a piece for Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. That's looking pretty good right now, man.
Yeah, no, I actually like this team. Let's move off. Let's work on some of the handcuffs and stuff here and move off some of these lower level guys. Maybe get some upside.
We got to get some upside here because the depth is going to be
value
ridiculous.
Upside even. So
yeah, the depth is going to be wild. Okay, so he has Neighbors. We moving Neighbors?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I honestly would on this team.
Yep.
You just got to go get... I mean, you've got enough value to play with here. You've just got to go get production upside here.
You do. Trying to give you other guys to move than the guys that we recommended for you last time. Excuse me. Whew. We moving CD Lamb for production right now?
I thought about that as well. I mean, again, you got to get just down tier to guys.
I mean, that 3 and 17 guy is going to chomp at the bit to get these pieces. Let's see who the 3 and 17 guy has.
Terry. Christian McCaffrey.
CMC. Go. If he has Terry and CMC, you can get those two guys. You can get Jacobs as well.
Not to mention Allen. I mean, you could try.
You could try for Allen, and that actually would make a big difference on this team.
So let's put a couple of those guys down.
Okay, so I'll put let's do this. Neighbors, CD. I'll just say pivot, and then I'm gonna have you package Mahomes and Caleb Williams and up tier. That's what you will have to pay most likely to go get a guy like Josh Allen in this league format, which I think is totally worth it in my opinion. So some of your targets, we got Josh Allen. I don't even freaking care. Get Saquon and CMC. Saquon or CMC. I'll do McCaffrey and Jacobs. And then high upside wide receiver. If we're pivoting off of Neighbors or CD Lamb, if you're going for another guy in that range who's going to be productive, more productive than them, and it is going to be Puka.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, really, honestly, man, just
I like Puka for this team a lot.
hit that 3 and 17 guy hard.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I mean, hopefully he trades. I mean, hopefully he's somebody that will trade with you. But
suggestion and comment. It's really difficult to lose value in this league. So don't be afraid to move a lot of your assets for production right now.
Yeah, guys like Puka are a really good example of that.
There's just so many cornerstone pivots that you can make that are not going to hurt you long term. They're just not. Not in this format. He does have an extra 25 first and second, so I'll bump up his grade quite a bit there because that's 2 early firsts. That's 2 early firsts and 2 late firsts.
Yeah.
So that's a good grade. Rebuild contend scale. I've still got you up here, man. I think that I think that you can make a push here. And then one more suggestion and comment.
Did you talk about rookie picks at all?
I did not, no.
Just think you treat rookie picks any differently in this type of league? What do you normally tell people to do?
With the rookie picks, not a ton, because that's kind of the way that he can make a lot of these moves for contending assets and still maintain his value, because as long as he has his picks, he's going to be fine with having essentially 4 firsts. Right. So I wouldn't really do anything there. So hold your rookie picks. You have enough value on your team as is.
Yeah, I'm with you.
6 teams are tough to grade, man. They're tough. They're tough to work with, but I really do think that you have a solid shot if you make a couple moves here to make a push at the end of the season. Just got to clean up the production upside at wide receiver a little bit if you do want to make that push.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Well, I'm glad you did a follow-up, man. It looks like he's improved his team.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like his record should be better than it is, but I'm not really worried. I think you get in the playoffs. I think you're going to have, it really is kind of a coin flip at that point. So you just got to manage your value right to make sure you stay in it every year, I think. So, all right. Appreciate you, man. We'll send that over here in the next day. We're going to proofread it and stuff like that, but to make sure it's all good to go. So, all right. Yeah, let's go ahead and knock out Coles right now. You're welcome, Dylan. Yeah, 6 teams. It's really interesting, man. That takes a lot of different strategic things, but
brains, powers.
yes. But all right. Let's do Coles now. Again, this one is going to be a live 1.0 instead of a 2.0. This is the first year for Cole. It's a 10-team tiered PPR based on catch yardage is what the PPR. I mean, does it say that in our module what it actually is? I am currently 6-5 after this week. It's Drake and Josh. He's way ahead here in the rankings. Again, looks like another flex team here. Currently 6-5. You're holding the last of 6 playoff spots. Our trade deadline's coming this Sunday. What should I make? Okay, this is going to be interesting because it looks like you have a ton of value to work with here. He's not bad enough to tank, but not good enough to go all in. Well, we're going to do one of those two things. I don't think you tank. I just think you would reload. But let's talk about it because you are 6-4, and you said you were going to be 6-5, which is tough. I'm sure I can already see a couple moves here we can make. So you're going to be good. All right.
His team name is Drake and Josh. Okay.
All right.
We'll say hello to the land guys.
Oh, we will. You want to know why?
Why? Was that a video?
No. Steam review.
Huh.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. So, let's see.
Send me a screenshot of that.
Well, they put it out there, so.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
It was in Discord.
Yes. Yeah, that's where I saw it. All right. Let's go to, we knew that was going to happen eventually.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do, this is a Superflex 10-team start 10, so it's going to be a start 100 total. Somebody just got in the comments and said Mason's little bug. Start 100, 2 QB, Dynasty, it says non-PPR. I'm assuming this is a PPR league. But again, you are first here, so let's figure out what this is. So let's grade positions, and then we'll kind of figure it out. Allen, May, Richardson. In a 10-team, it's a 7 or an 8, right?
Yeah, probably 7. Good upside, actually.
8,
Probably
yeah, it is.
8.
Yeah.
7.
I think 7's fair in a
7.
10-team because Richardson's lost so much value.
Yeah.
You have to go Achan, Brooks, Ben. So this is built for the future. This is probably a 5 or a 6, maybe a 6 with the future. Now, the thing is, Brooks looks worse than he did a couple weeks ago because of Chuba.
Yeah.
This is why you're not winning.
We'll do 5 in a 10 team.
It's kind of impressive you have 6 wins with this running back room, in my opinion.
It is. And with Puka being hurt for the first half of the season as well.
Yeah.
But Nico's going to come back, so that's good.
Neighbors,
receivers are good.
Puka, Nico, Garrett Wilson, Josh Downs, Cedric Tillman. This is
9.
a 9. And then a Kincaid and Kraft is probably a 6 for me. 7, because you got 2 of them. So,
Yep.
All right. So, well-rounded? Wide receiver factory?
It's a wide receiver factory.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Being 6-4, 6-5. What are the records of the rest of the teams?
Let's see. 6-4, 3-7, 3-7, 6-4. It's very even. I don't think you're out of this at all. I think you go to win this year. I think you go to win this year.
I'll give you a 3 outlook at contend.
So the thing would be, we just have to give him moves to make sure he does go contend.
Yes.
So
numero uno is probably up tier from Kincaid and Kraft.
Yeah.
Or even pivot from Kincaid to like Kittle or Hawk.
Yeah.
What would you do there?
I wish I knew if it was a freaking tight end premium. Honestly, let's see. Somebody here has to have a bunch of good tight ends on their team, I feel like, because it's a 10 team. Somebody's got Bowers and Kittle. Go get Kittle from this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Kittle's who I want here.
Yep. Dalton Kincaid. Pivot. How about just production?
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay. Then next, okay, we need to just put running back targets out there, I think. Don't you think?
Yes.
So who do we like for this team? Okay, let's scout here.
First off, would you up tier from Pearsall Downs?
Yeah, no, I think on this type of team, if you want to contend this year, you are. Now, I am looking at Rachaad White here on this 2-8 team because let's see what his actual. He's the running back 30. He's equivalent to a second right now. I honestly think he could try to go get Rachaad White off of this team, and I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
It's very affordable.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm kind of trying to think as well, because he doesn't have a ton of other value to sacrifice, so I'm going to try to give him some more affordable guys
Would you
here.
down tier from Allen or hold him?
That could be one way to do it. Down tier from him. I like that. I think we have to do that.
Just down tier from Allen. I'll do a softer down tier here to Kyler.
Yeah.
Let's get him a bigger name running back as well. Or we can up tier from Downs and Pearsall.
Yeah.
Or Downs Tillman.
No, I'm good with either
Or
of
Pearsall
those.
Tillman.
I don't know if I don't think
up tier from
I think
Pearsall Tillman.
I think Tillman's a hold. So
Okay.
Downs Pearsall.
Okay.
And then what do you think for that? I mean, running back again, or do you have to go wide receiver depth there? You've got Okay. Well, hey, dude, this is like the 5th Neighbors team we've gotten today. Do you down tier here? You're really top heavy at receiver.
Yeah, that's true.
So
right,
maybe
we'll
we just do that instead.
We'll down tier from Neighbors.
Yeah.
Down tier / pivot. Go get a bigger, more productive name. Look at some of the rebuilding teams to give us an idea here.
For bigger, as in another quarterback.
Wide receiver.
Okay. J. Jeff Ridley Diggs on this one. These wide receiver rooms suck for rebuilds. These rebuilds are bad. Evans, Adams, Sutton. I mean, that's not great. This one has Odunze, Tyreek. I mean, you could do Tyreek here. Here are the good rebuilds. Not a ton there.
Amon-Ra.
Okay. Yeah, if you can do that. It is since it is a 10 team, I wonder, but I would try. I honestly would probably.
I would definitely try.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, but we can try it.
Neighbors is going to maintain value so well. He already is right now because he's
that's
freaking
true.
good.
That's true.
Mean, look.
Yeah.
They're going to be viewed in the same tier because
No,
of their
you're
skill
right. You're right.
sets. So how are the rookie picks looking here? Extra 25 second and 26 second.
Yep. So some extra seconds here.
Okay, I'll bump you up a little bit for that. Your contending status, I still have you favoring contend this year. I think you're going to be fine. Suggestions and comments.
Yeah. Look, you've got a ton of value here. Focus on production with these moves. You're good with value, man. Honestly, it's more value. It has more value than I thought it did, because when you're looking at the team grades, obviously he suffers with his running backs. However, he has so much value in wide receiver, like so much.
Yeah.
It lets him it pretty much gives him the flexibility to do whatever he wants. So
don't worry too much about depth at this stage. Raise your starting asset upside. And then I would also say one other thing that I'm blanking on. Oh, yeah. Shop Jonathan Brooks and see what you can get.
yeah, I'm with you.
At RB. Possible targets include, again, start high and then go lower. Anywhere from the Jacobs Kamara range to the Chase Brown Swift range is where I'd be looking.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Boom.
Okay. All right, Cole, we appreciate you, man. I'll send you a blueprint over here in the next day or two. I'll also send you the difference for the 2.0 and 1.0. Appreciate you, my friend. I did just drop the links to go get a team blueprint if you want your team reviewed on the stream. We should have some room tonight. Again, you can get the rookie draft guide and a team blueprint when you get the annual MotherFlocker tier. Obviously, the team blueprint is going to have everything you need. It is the premier team review on the market by far. It's going to have everything you need to make sure that you're winning your Dynasty League through your outlook. It's going to have your specific trades, going to have your positional grades, it's going to have your cornerstone assets and things like that. It's also going to have your team archetype, which is very important. You get one of those free. You get the rookie draft guide free as well when you sign up with the annual MotherFlocker at flockfantasy.com/domain, which you can do using the little subscribe button here, annual MotherFlocker. Code domain will get you all that. You can also go up here, top right, personal advice, team review, go through here. And like I said, this is going to be far better than any of the other team review options you get here. So we'd love to do one for you. But let's go back in and let's keep knocking these out. If you guys have any questions, let me know. All right. Another decent one here. You let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
So we got Cody, we've got Sunraker, we got Lulz, we got Jesse, and we've got Tanner on the docket tonight. So we should be able to get through all of these. It's what, 6:25? Yeah, we should be totally good. So
Yes. Okay.
all right, this one is going to be Cody's. Yep, and it's going to be Wardus Toads. And he does have, by a slim margin, he does have the highest ranked team in the analyzer. This is a 14-team 1 QB Dynasty League, though, so it's going to be a little bit different.
14 team. So a little tiny bit of a premium there.
Yeah.
For quarterbacks, not too much, but a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. And it makes sense because it looks a little bit more reserved across the board in terms of seeing some green. So John, the minimum amount for a team review, it's going to depend on if you're a subscriber. If you're not a member, it's going to depend on what code you use. If you are a subscriber, so there's like literally 10 combinations. But if you're not a member of the site or anything, you don't have anything, it's going to be the most expensive. It's going to be the cheapest if you're a code domain user, whether it's a monthly MotherFlocker, annual MotherFlocker with code domain, that's where it's going to be cheapest. And you do get a free one with the annual MotherFlocker. But honestly, there are tons of price points there. I don't know which one you would fall under. So, yeah. All right. Herbie and Mayfield in a
1 QB, not ridiculous upside.
14,
pretty
QB.
solid.
It's like a
6.
And then Gibbs, Achane, and Taylor. Why are these?
That's good.
Why are these?
Excuse me.
Not green?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is really good for a 14 team.
That's a
9.
That's an 8 or 9.
That's a 9. Amon-Ra, CD, Garrett Wilson is also very good. He has 2 of the top 5 wide receivers
with
here.
Higgins and Ayuk. That is a 10.
Okay, so there's somebody that's really close to him. Are there 2 teams just running this league? Yes, there are 2 teams just running this league.
Hawk and Kelsey, I would give that a 9 or a 10.
I would probably just give that a 10.
I think
you
that's
can't
fine.
do much better there.
Wide receiver factory.
Yeah.
Contend reload.
Yep.
Record is 7-3. Your outlook is great here.
Yes.
No 25 first, extra 25 second, extra
Yes.
26 second as well. I'm a madman
Why?
with my typing.
Oh, yes, you are.
Okay. And your depth score is going to be good here, man. For a good, gosh, nice.
Yeah, this is a really good team. Even for a 14 team, this is a very deep team too.
You're going to be set for next year.
It is a 14 team start 9. So like this is pretty much a 12 team 10. Like,
yep.
Right? 126.
Maths.
So quick maths, honestly.
Mathlage.
So
Mathlation.
let's keep that in mind. Let's go through and try to give him some trade targets here. I do think you could probably perform. So I mean, what do you need? What does the starting lineup look like? Can you read his starting lineup right now?
Yep. Herbert or Baker, you choose. Probably Baker right now. Jahmyr Gibbs, Achane as your top two running backs. CD, Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson. You got Hawk or Kelsey at tight end. That's a wash right now. And then you've got Jaden Reed and JT on your bench. Probably put Higgins there instead of Reed.
Yeah.
Number 1, let's pivot from CD Lamb and just get a more productive guy right now.
Yep. I mean,
you're not losing
down to
any
Puka.
value.
Try to pivot to Puka.
Yep. Do we want to get a rushing QB?
If we can, absolutely, yes.
Herbert or
on one QB.
Mayfield. I'm just trying to raise your upside in any way possible. What rushing QB?
Because these are two good quarterbacks here. Let's look at some of the other good QB teams. This has Jackson and Love. I don't want one of those guys. Trying to see if there's any that have multiple rushing QBs on here. I'm thinking there's going to be one. No, there's Allen. Allen lives there. None of these guys. Murray and Mahomes, you could try that one. Let's try Kyler.
Try that. Yeah.
I'd give up a pretty price for Kyler in this league format, too.
I would as well.
So.
And then one other move we're going to recommend here. You want to move Reed?
Yeah. Sure.
Let's move Reed for a running back. You could use a little bit of help at running back. You've got plenty of comfort at wide receiver. So give him a couple running back targets here.
Just for like depth?
No. Like
running backs?
Yeah.
But he has Gibbs, Achane, and Taylor.
Yeah, but JT's been struggling.
Okay.
I mean, if you're moving Reed, what other position would you rather target? You want to go get another wide receiver?
Yeah.
Seriously?
I mean,
okay, cool.
I think I would. What is how many start wide receivers and running backs is it in this league?
Start 3 wide receivers. Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson. We're having you pivot off of CD for another guy like Lamb. 2 flex.
2 flex. So yeah, I mean, I probably would in a PPR league. I'd probably pivot from Jaden Reed to another wide receiver, honestly.
Or would you just
because if you're gonna move up tier, you said
maybe you could up tier because you're already flexing Higgins and JT. Yeah, that's not a bad move.
Just go get some elite wide receivers here.
Just get a crazy productive running back just in case for insurance.
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, this is a good team.
Yeah, this is really solid.
Very, very good team. This is actually.
You should be on track to win this league. There are some other teams here, man.
In a 14 team, this is borderline elite value,
There's
honestly.
some really bad teams here.
It's a really solid team.
Yeah.
Great depth as well. All right, suggestions, comments, concerns.
Man, he's really close to an elite value team.
That's what I just said, yeah. Doesn't have his future first in 25, but it's good stuff in a 14 team.
Yeah, I would say still hold your future rookie picks outside of, obviously you can't do anything about this year's, and I don't think it's going to matter. But 26, let's hold and get some flexibility there.
You're swimming in value.
Yes, literally swimming in it.
Here's Hawk and Kelsey. Shop one of Hawk, Kelsey. See if it helps you up tier at wide receiver or RB.
Yes. Cody said cupcakes are the only competition in my opinion. So cupcakes is the one right below him.
I just got to reinforce this.
And it does look like this is the case. This is a good team that you're competing against, but what I'll say to this, and see we're getting the suggestions and comments in now, don't get in an arms race with cupcakes. You already have the team to beat them. It's going to be any given week who gets luckier.
Reinforce a rushing upside QB is going to put this team over the top.
And looking at him, who does he have? He has Burrow. If you have that advantage over him, Burrow's been popping off, but he does not play the Ravens again. Well, I agree. I think they're the main contenders here with you. So.
It's a blueprint.
All right, good beans. Cody, we'll send this over to you.
Player trade Jaden Reed. Suggestion Reed. I think I meant to say pivot, but I was saying Jaden Reed, so you
just typed Reed.
Yes.
You need 4 points to beat the cupcake. Again, I think that's a great example of why I don't think you need to get an arms race. Let's manage value and not try to go over the top with production. So, all right, appreciate you. All right, let's go to, I think this is Sunraker's team. And it's Assassin's Reed.
Nice. I'm assuming he has Jaden Reed on his team.
I'm going to assume he does. He is, it looks like 8th in the power rankings here. I have made lots of moves since the start of the season. I'm not sure how to link my first blueprint. It needs lots of help. My team is an injury mess. Yeah, we'll send that blueprint over to you here. So you did do a blueprint here. We should have it. If your username is the same, we should have it. It would be under A Consult or it would be under Sunraker, one of the two. Yep. Is it is your flock username? Has it been the same the whole time, Sunraker? Because I know you're down there. So let me know, because we can pull up your first blueprint, and we like to do that.
Yeah, I'll look for it now.
He said Reed is his favorite player in the NFL too. So there you go.
Ayo.
And he does have Jaden Reed on this team. So this is a 10-team start 10. Let's start 100 2 QB. So it's going to be an upside league.
Okay, so we did his back in July.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and look at
see how much his team has changed.
Yeah. And what did we give
him?
We gave him a rebuild,
with
right?
Herbert and Josh Allen, rebuild, content.
Yes.
Yep.
And so he
came to fruition.
Yeah, so let's compare it to how he did his first blueprint here. Let's start with quarterbacks. Obviously, you don't have Josh Allen now, but you do have Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, and Aaron Rodgers. We didn't have any of those guys targets. So, in a 10-team start 10, that's probably what? And basically, it looks like he kind of pivoted off of quarterback to go to get some other production or some other value. What did he say?
He said, I also have a trade-off where I give up Rodgers, DK, and Devontae Smith for Stroud and Diggs.
I wouldn't do that.
In a, what is this, a 2 QB 10 team?
Yeah.
It's not awful.
It's not, but
probably hold DK and
the
Devontae
format
there.
actually makes that decision for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want Stroud in this
format.
Not
in a 10 team.
No, if I'm going to move some of those guys, I want to go get a rushing quarterback. So probably not Allen, though. I think you were right to move Allen there. And he does have an extra 26 first. He said, and he just put the deal in the comments. So, all right. Yeah, I agree, Matthew. Diggs is not. I moved Diggs he's like my wide receiver 65 in Dynasty right now. He's just not ever going to be the same. I think you're 100% correct.
Too much of his situation just screams like.
Well, he also
AJ
doesn't have any
AJ
security.
Green career track.
He doesn't have any security in his deal.
He's gone.
Either. He's gone. So
that trade in hindsight looks like a steal for Buffalo.
Yeah, it does.
Because they owe him a second.
Yeah, they do. Assassin's Reed is this one.
Assassin's Reed. Okay.
Yeah, so Herbie, Lawrence, and Rodgers in this format is probably it's still solid. It's like a 6. Yeah. Hubbard, he has Hubbard and Brooks, and then he has Benson, ETN, Spears. He's lost some value there with ETN. That's part of this.
A lot of value.
I'd probably give that a
4.
4, yeah. Flowers, Reed, DK, Devonta Smith, Lab McConkey, Brandon Ayuk. You've got a lot of guys there, and that's going to be a 7, yeah. And I think this is probably going to end up being now, honestly, and then Laporta.
It's a 6.
Is he still a hard rebuild, do you think? Or has he moved out into a wide receiver factory team?
Oh, we didn't have him as a hard rebuild.
Oh, no. What did we have him at before?
We had him as a dual
QB. I think he's
not anymore.
I think he's now at a wide receiver factory team here.
Yeah, or are there enough guys for this to just kind of be a true 1-year reload? He has plenty of young assets.
He does have Brooks and Benson.
What's his rookie picks look like? He has 226 firsts.
So that's the one thing.
Consider this a future value.
Yeah, you could.
Because he's got plenty of young guys, and your outlook is going to be positive next year. It's not really a true 1-year reload because you're expecting to be a rebuild this year anyways.
Yeah.
So you are a future value. Your outlook hasn't changed. You are still rebuild content because you are rebuilding this year like we anticipated back in July. So I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wow.
So here's the thing: is year one is next year, right?
What do you mean?
So when you say rebuild contend, we had him technically.
I'm still considering that this year. I mean, we're in the present.
Okay.
So
cool.
He's rebuilding right now.
Okay. So that's true. So you are going to go wide receiver factory?
I'll flip the scripts once the playoffs are done.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So.
All right. How does this? Can I see his other blueprint again? I just want to see some of the moves he's made.
So he moved Allen. He moved Kincaid. He must have gotten Laporta.
Yeah, which is not terrible. They're both comparably. Yeah. Dang.
Nux.
We're looking at our preseason targets for you. It was Pollard, Drake London, Rashee Rice, and Josh Downs. Unfortunately, I don't think you have any of them. That's highly unfortunate. I wish you had gotten at least one of them, or maybe you did and you traded them away. But all those guys really increased in value. So, you were going to have some similar targets for you, though. I mean, so you have to let me know. Did you? And he also said, I traded Chase Brown in the third for Zamir White, and it's haunted me to this day. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Did you have trouble trading for the guys we had the first time, London, Rice, Downs, or could you just not get them, or did you just not end up getting them in any deals? Because honestly, we would recommend you would still pursue Rice at least.
Yeah.
But let me know. I don't want to give him to you as a trade target 2 times in a row with you not being able to get him. Okay. He said my big trade was Allen and Kincaid for Burrow, Etienne, and Laporta. That's probably lateral. This league is impossible to trade with. I've been involved in every trade except one this season. That is important context, honestly. Okay.
I'm gonna have you move Etienne and Spears for safer long-term assets. See if you can't get anything from contenders there. I really want to clear out running back as much as I can outside of Brooks and Benson to see if you can't get any value positive out of them heading into next season.
Yeah.
I mean, even Chuba, honestly. Generally, I'm not against having the Chuba Brooks stack just to kind of insulate your value there. But with your situation, I just want the second round rookie. I don't want Chuba. Just give him to a contender since he's producing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with
like
you.
for a wide receiver.
He should have some good value too. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if he did end up finding a buyer for him because he has Brooks too. But
who do we want to move?
Okay, Reed potentially. Honestly, I'm open to all those guys. I would honestly shop all of them and see what the best deal you can get is.
I'll just put Reed and Devontae Smith on there.
Yeah. But again, he did say it was hard to trade.
I think you're right. Shop them. Shop interest.
He said, not sure if you saw the... Yeah.
Here.
Okay, so if it was J-Mo instead of Diggs, that does change things, actually. So it would be Stroud and J-Mo for essentially Devonta Smith and DK. At that point, I'd probably do it.
I would probably do that.
Yeah. So I'd probably take that deal. You can put that in the suggestions and comments.
Yep.
But... So that moves Smith and DK, adds J-Mo. Yeah. What else? Yeah. Okay, so you've got that. And then we just need to do general targets.
Here's a suggestion. Everyone on your roster should be on the trade block. Not because we don't like any of them. It's just because we want to see what offers you can get. Take the best offers.
Yeah.
I'm keeping Rashee Rice as a target for you on here. He does have Ayuk. I like that you have Ayuk. Definitely want you shopping Laporta. I know he's lost a ton of value, but again, see what you can get there.
Yeah.
I just don't really have any interest in having him as my top tight end at the moment for a rebuild team.
Yeah, I agree.
More targets.
So
2025 rookie picks.
Yeah, relieve Rashee Rice.
Yep.
Honestly, I'd probably just go mainly wide receivers here. You could
all wide receivers here.
Okay,
yeah.
then let's go. He has Ayuk already, so you could go Keon,
Rashee Rice. In this range, we probably, if you're up tiering or even just pivoting to a younger guy, Worthy keeps losing value.
Yeah,
He's starting
to go get Worthy.
to
He's just not a guy I'm going to touch in Dynasty.
be a worry. Yeah. Legette's not a bad target. So ETN's here, which means Spears is going to be a little bit down there, which means you can probably get up in that range that I'm looking.
Yeah, there's just not a ton of rebuild guys.
You can get Addison or Godwin.
Godwin's not bad. You could also just say Penix.
Penix is good.
And then put Rishi Rice back on there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do at this point.
Yep. Okay. His draft capital again. He's got an extra 26 second, extra 26 first, extra 25 second, and 26 second. It's a good grade.
Yeah.
Final suggestion and comment here.
Yeah, you got. I mean, so you got
Keep accumulating value, upside assets, and take advantage of contenders desperate for immediate production.
He did ask, so you think I should sell Hubbard? I was thinking the same thing. I do.
I would sell Hubbard.
I wouldn't be hesitant. I would probably sell Brooks at that point too. I would sell him as a package, and
that would be more attractive
I would,
for contenders, especially.
I would price him out the
I'll
wazoo
put them.
too.
I'll put them both on there.
Yeah, I think somebody would buy the package, similar to last year's Connor and Benson.
Yep.
So, all right, Sunraker, appreciate you, buddy. We'll send this over to you here in the next day or two. Like I said, we'll proofread that, make sure we got the blueprint, the physical copy here good. But I'll drop the links if you guys want to get a team review. If you're a member on the site, you can follow that link. If you're not, you can get the 2025 rookie draft guide, obviously, that we released here just this week. And we're going to have multiple versions of it. You're going to have the bakery here soon. And you get all that. Code domain, annual MotherFlocker tier. Like I said, make sure you use code domain. But you get a free team blueprint. You can upgrade that to do a live one right now if you want to, or you can just go on and buy a live one if you want to. But like I said, flockfantasy.com/domain. Make sure you use code domain when you sign up. All right, cool. You're welcome, Sunraker. Thanks for submitting, my friend. All right, Taylor, what's up, man? Taylor's lulz. So you're gonna be up. You're gonna be next. And your team name is Mahomes Stealing My Stick, which is pretty funny. This is a trade happy league. Only Chiefs fan in a league full of Chiefs haters, so it's unlikely to move Mahomes. That's good to know. And you are going to be, this is a 12-team start 10, so it's a start 120 super flex half PPR league.
He's got a lot of comments here too.
Okay, go ahead.
12-team tiered PPR. 0.5 to running backs. That is very important, especially for like Gibbs owners. 1 for wide receiver, 1.5 for tight ends. 0.2 points per carry. So never mind about the running backs. 6 point every touchdown. So 6 point passing touchdown. Looking like the 101 is unobtainable. Projected 102, 103, 104, 106, 110 to 112 because he has 10 million 25 first right now.
Oh, wow, he does.
He just received Josh Jacobs. Ooh, this is not a bad deal. He just received Josh Jacobs and Olave for Reed in a second. Have started to shop Jacobs. I think that's a great move. You're basically just renting not even renting Josh Jacobs. You're literally just like, you're like the middleman here. You're just getting Jacobs at a discount so that you can sell him at a premium so that you can ultimately get what? A value in. That's how you play Dynasty. I love it. I also have an offer for the projected 103 for 2 late firsts.
Okay. Let's knock them all down.
Okay.
It's a good rebuild, though. It's going to be hard to find some moves. Actually, no, I've got some here already. Remember, we can't move...
remember?
We can't move Mahomes here.
Yes.
So, all right. Let's go team grades first. Your quarterbacks in a 12-team Superflex, Mahomes and Herbert and Wilson. At this point, I probably have to give that a 7.
Yeah.
You also have Fields to go with it.
Yeah.
Jacobs, Pacheco, Corum, Marshawn Lloyd.
4 or 5.
I'd give it a 5. He's got Jacobs and Pacheco. That's okay.
Was this a 10-team?
12-team.
Okay.
It doesn't have any depth after that,
That's
but
just very little insulation.
Yeah. Yes. No, I agree. There needs to be moves there. He's got Puka, Rasheed Rice. I love building around those two guys. Yeah. Olave, McConkey, Christian Kirk. That's a 7.
Probably a 6. Olave's lost a ton of value, and Rasheed
facts. Okay.
Keeps going down.
And then Fryermuth and Ferguson's like a 4.
2.
Okay.
There's 0 value there. That's awful. Sorry, not trashing you, just trashing. I'm trashing tight ends in general. You're going to be fine with your value.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't
this
need
is
tight
already
ends,
with your
so.
rookie picks. You're a future value team. It's not a question.
Yeah, you are definitely a future value team here.
This is a super flex Puka Olave running back. I will put Jacobs and Pacheco as cornerstones right now at the running back landscape. No cornerstones at tight end. Actually, I'll take Pacheco off. I don't know what to do with him. Okay. So let me add this in the context. First of all is depth. Yeah, that's a 1 out of 10. So for your settings, this is tiered PPR. Not PPPR, tiered PPR. 6-point passing touchdown. And what else did he say? 0.2 points per carry. 0.2 PPC.
Yep.
Okay. Move time. Jacobs and Pacheco.
Yeah, I think you move both of them and you can do them separately because they're both going to have a lot of value here.
Yep.
So let's see. Who can you get for these guys?
I will put this in your suggestions. You have so many rookie picks already. No need to target anymore. Let's go for some. Let's go for some real players. for some insulation.
Yeah.
So like one of the top targets I will have for you on here automatically without even looking is Brandon Ayuk. That'll be easy for me. Put Hawkinson on here as well. That's 2 targets for you. Another guy that we want you to move. Jeez, Christian Kirk doesn't have any value anymore. Rip.
No, he doesn't. You can't do anything with him.
Who we moving?
You could move Russ and Fields to a contender.
Are there any contenders in here that need QBs?
Not that one. QB3.
Possible.
Yep. QB3. They just lost Jones. I think you could do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Yep.
could. You
Okay,
could
good.
sell Russ.
Yep. And there we'll just go.
Anybody, man. Like
I'll just call it a
somebody with some
higher upside.
Young
I mean, higher
something.
upside for a future value team is going to be Michael Penix. So we got Penix, we got Ayuk, we got Hawkinson. Let's give him another wide receiver to target here. If you're moving Jacobs Pacheco in that range, I do like Keon in that range. I think Tank Dell isn't unreasonable in that range. He already owns Lad, so can't do that.
So my plan as of now would be to sell some picks next year before the draft. I think you do. We put in the suggestions and comments. Just hold. What I would say is hold your picks all the way till the draft when they reach their maximum value. So also Brandon Ayuk is unobtainable on the other hard tank. So we can't get Ayuk on this team. So just swap him out with Rice if we can. He has Rice. I'm an idiot. Honestly, yeah. I mean, there's a couple different ways you can go here. It's not hard to find rebuild targets. But you need somebody.
Keon has good upside in that situation. And then I
put London on there.
Sure.
And then did you put Hawk?
Got him.
Cool. Okay.
So
Yeah,
record
you definitely
5
are
and
leaning
15.
rebuild. Your draft capital grade is fantastic.
So that's incorrect.
Oh, really?
Because he's got way more picks than that. 102, 103, 104, 106, 10, 11, 12. So he has 725 firsts.
Yeah.
And how many extra seconds? 1, 2, 3.
Interesting that the
seconds.
My Teams isn't putting in the picks in this league. I don't know why, but
That is going to be one of the best grades we see. That's ridiculous. That's dumb.
He said 3, yeah, for 5 first 3 seconds, so we got it right. Okay. That's good. We need one.
Oh, five firsts?
Yeah, how
5
many do you
total
have?
firsts? Okay, so he has 4 extra firsts.
Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Then one more here. I mean, definitely aim to contend next year.
Yeah, I'm answering the question
Oh, okay.
that he asked in here. He did say he has an offer for the projected 103 for 2 late firsts. Not sure which side you're getting there, but we definitely favor the 103 over 2 late firsts from a value perspective.
Yeah.
Especially in this class. Some things are still up in the air, but
Said I can instantly get Hawk for a first. I wouldn't do that yet.
what first?
I would hold your first, unless it's like a guaranteed late first.
Yeah, can you do like a couple seconds maybe?
Yeah, try a couple seconds. He says I have the 103 now. So yeah, I would hold your first. So I stand by that. So
Yep.
I appreciate you, man. Dames Golf says you guys offer a free team review with a promo code of some sort. I'll go ahead and drop the link for you here. Yeah, you use code domain, get the annual MotherFlocker tier, and you can get our rookie draft guide. You can get a free team blueprint as well when you use code domain. Like I said, annual MotherFlocker tier, code domain. And then when you check out, if you want us to do it tonight, then you can upgrade it to a live one. When you go to use your free voucher, it lets you upgrade it for like $5 and you get it done live. So, but yeah, use code domain to unlock it. Thanks, Taylor. Appreciate you, man.
It's another future value. Boom.
All right.
Those settings are interesting. The 0.2 points per carry is so broken for running backs, man. That's awesome.
Max says I got offered Chris Olave for a late 25 first. Yeah, that's scary. Honestly, I think I would probably do that still.
Getting Olave
for a late 25 first.
Is this based off of the blueprint we just did, or just a random one?
Yeah.
I would take Olave because they're going to draft a
I think so,
quarterback,
too.
and his value is going to go back up.
So Jesse said I must have done something wrong when picking my team because I don't have any picks. Your team is Indy below 500. I remember doing this team, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, so let us know what your picks are. It says you have your 26 first, but just let me know in the comments. The other thing, so he said I got my blueprint 2.0. I'm looking to hear the thought process behind which moves you'd like to see made. I'm not opposed to trading Olave, Brees, D or AR.
I'll pull up that 2.0.
Let's pull up the 2.0.
I just did that like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say that I know that sounds familiar. CMC owner's not giving up yet, so we have to make that adjustment as well.
okay.
Word Olave is about to stop playing with all those concussions he's had at way worse than Tua. That is true. However, Tua's still playing. So he said just a third, so he doesn't have any of his future rookie picks. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely worried about Olave. We moved Olave down in our rankings quite a bit, our Dynasty rankings, which are now updated on the site, by the way, if you guys want to check those out. So
Okay. Let me know again how many picks he has in a second. I'm going to write them down. It's a battery that actually lasts, which is nice.
yeah.
Okay. Indy below 500.
He has his 26th third, and that's it. So just a third.
Okay.
So pretty much no picks here. He's 9 and 11. Rip.
That is rough. That is.
It's worth noting that my league are all Ohio State fans, so I can move Olave for relatively good value. Well, we're going to say move Olave already, so let's put Olave down as even before this.
Yeah.
Now,
so let me pull up his 2.0.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's look at his 2.0 and
see
see what we did on that.
some of the feedback was here. This is fresh in the mind too. So
Pittman's value, I think, is probably, he's like in the wide receiver 30s or 40s right now for Dynasty. I think that's probably pretty fair. I'm just answering a question. And I don't know. We'll see if he ends up going. He's wide receiver 43 on Keep Cut. We have him a little bit higher than that, but he's somebody I think you got to probably hold. So
This is a wide receiver factory. I did have him moving off of Chris Olave. I had him moving off of Breece Hall to down tier. I did grade it as a wide receiver factory because it is one of the better wide receiver rooms in the league. And you're 9-11. Can you let us know what your record is supposed to be after this week? Because I, as of the 2.0, again, which was before this week, I have not given up on you folding on this league yet because this is pretty wide open. You've got a 13-7 team, 17-3 team. You've got you 9-11, 12-8, 14-6. Then you got a bunch of guys that are super subpar down here. Every single one of these guys, 7-13, 4-16, 8-12, 6-14, 10-10. I mean, you have a solid chance at making a playoff push here because you've got 4 teams that aren't making the playoffs pretty much automatically. Just let us know what your record is.
Yeah.
Can you see if they're in the comments?
yes, 11-11.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, cool.
Okay, good. So you are going to have a wide receiver factory archetype here. We can regrade these. Just to confirm, but I mean, I'm looking at his quarterbacks with AR, Cousins, Penix, Stafford, and a 10 team. That still is a 4, in my opinion. I don't think there's a lot of guarantee value outside of Michael Penix right now.
Yeah.
At running back, you have a solid running back room. I did give you a 9 out of 10 there because you have Saquon, Breece, and JT in a 10 team. That's really good upside. You could maybe do 8 out of 10 since it is a 10 team.
Sure.
But I guess I can knock it down a little bit.
Yeah.
JT hasn't been producing much either. Wide receiver, that's a 9 out of 10
Easily.
in my opinion.
And
Crafton
Andrews is
Crafton Andrews is a
probably
it's
a
in
7
a
or
10
8.
team. I gave it a 7.
Yeah.
I mean, Andrews is producing. What did Andrews do this week?
What did Andrews?
Probably
do?
not much. No one did much because it was against Pittsburgh. Yeah, 4 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of the guys we had you move, and I'll give you a couple other guys that you could potentially move since you know. Again, I had you down tiering potentially from Breece, moving Olave. We're going to reinforce move Olave here, and then I did have you moving Kraft. I also said in your suggestions for this 2.0 that you could move Andrews if you wanted to, whichever one you get better value for out of Andrews or Kraft, you want to move.
Yeah.
We're going to stick with that as well. Probably not going to put it in the moves. We might here in a second, but let's look at some other guys that you could potentially move off of.
Yeah. So, what can you? Let me see that thing.
I also said
you already
watch.
did this. I don't want to ask you a million questions.
Yeah, I said watch AR's value closely over the next couple of weeks because we anticipated that he might have a good couple games. Shop him for a safer long-term QB if he starts producing.
I'll let you do most of this since you've done this team. So I don't want to be confused.
With Breece, he's been ultra productive. Neighbors, if we want you to make a serious contending push here, I am freaking terrified of Malik Neighbors and what he's going to do rest of the season. And again, you can pivot from Malik Neighbors for another wide receiver in that range, and you're not going to lose value. So I'll double down on that. That's kind of been a trend today. So I will say pivot. And then we are going to move Olave for production. I'll give you some more targets there that are not the ones that we had on the 2.0.
Yeah.
A third asset that I'll have you move, I'm thinking about you potentially.
So by the way, another thing he did say is he did want to hear with the trades we suggested, the thought processes behind those as well. So
Yeah. I'll help out with that.
Cool.
So Cousins on your bench right now. Well, not Cousins on your bench. Michael Penix on your bench. This goes based off of value. He is starting, and you got Kraft on your bench. He's a viable option. You got Pittman and Tillman. Technically Olave on your bench now because he's hurt. Yeah, I'll give you a solid 4 out of 10 there with your depth score since it is a 10 team. contending, I'm going to keep you favoring the contending outlook. This is a wide receiver factory. Since you don't have any future picks, you're going to be a contend rebuild. Debo has maintained his value so well, but I don't know if I want to move. I'm kind of scared.
Yeah.
Who else would you want to move here?
Honestly, you said Debo.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
I would move Debo. I'm moving Debo on every Dynasty team right now. I mean, anybody?
Move Debo for Debo for Terry.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
I'd generally be reluctant to do that, but Debo's just straight up not producing right now, and Terry is. That's going to be a pivot move as well for you. Okay. Let's do this. First things first. Reasoning behind the targets that I had for you on 2.0. Breece Hall down tiering to Kyron Williams or Kenneth Walker. This is entirely up to you. You would be getting Kyron Williams plus or Kenneth Walker plus. The reason I recommended this is because we need to get you a little more production upside at wide receiver for you to make a really big push here in a 10 team. Breece Hall's coming off of a 31-point game. He's probably one of the main reasons that you won this week. I am totally okay with you holding Breece Hall. But again, when you're looking at the week-to-week upside that the rest of these guys have, it's pretty similar. Breece Hall is a guy that you, of Breece, Saquon, and JT, if you wanted to do this for JT and you wanted to pivot from JT and go get Kenneth Walker or Kyron Williams, if you would rather pivot instead of down tier from Breece, I have no issue with you doing that. So that's kind of the rationale behind that. Chris Olave, again, Terry McLaurin, we're going to reinforce Terry McLaurin. Please go get Terry McLaurin by moving either Chris Olave or Deebo Samuel. Doesn't matter to me. I'm actually going to add T. Higgins on here as well, which same sort of concept here. Chris Olave and Deebo Samuel, we just want guys that are producing right now that are probably going to carry their value over into next season as well. And that is definitely going to hold true for T. Higgins, who's coming off of a contract or who is approaching a contract, and then Terry, who's tied to Jaden Daniels. Tucker Kraft, again, I kind of already explained this. I don't love that you have two decently productive tight ends on the same team. You either need to package both of those guys, you need to upgrade at tight end significantly for like a Hawkinson, or you need to just pivot off of one of them specifically and get some help at running back or get some help at wide receiver. Darnell Mooney is going to be a great option there if you're pivoting off of Andrews or Kraft, because you could use some help at wide receiver depth-wise given the Chris Olave injury and given the fact that Deebo isn't producing. And Rashad White is just going to be a great fourth option at running back behind JT, Hall, or Barkley in case anything happens. And he's even a viable flex option with his receiving upside. So that was the thought process behind every single one of those guys. I'm going to try and give you some other assets to target since I'm having you move Deebo, and you know that we're recommending that you move Kraft or Andrews.
Yeah.
So we'll start there and give you a couple running back and wide receiver targets. I know I've already given you Terry as a target. I know I've already given you Higgins as a target. I am going to specifically reinforce Terry McLaurin. I think his rest of the season outlook is pretty positive.
So he did say here in the comments, probably won't move Neighbors. Puka, Neighbors, London is kind of my core that I love. I only maybe get JJ for Neighbors, probably unlikely since JJ is on the number 2 seed team. Thoughts? I wouldn't get attached to players.
I would not get attached to players.
That's what I'll say.
This is nothing against Malik Neighbors. Let me highlight this specifically. Malik Neighbors' value is so dang high right now, and he will maintain that value, that you can move him for any other wide receiver in that range that has contract insulation, that's producing right now, and you're not getting a value loss. You're just getting a production win.
Right.
So Amon-Ra St. Brown in that range is possible. I want to look at some of the other rebuilding teams and see if they have any productive wide receivers in that range that you can get.
DK is maybe the only one there. Pickens would be a guy here. I don't really
That's more of a down tier. I don't really want to do that.
No.
That guy is CeeDee Lamb.
So not really.
Go all the way to the bottom.
I did. It's only a 10 team. Nothing. Looks like the wide receivers live on the good teams. I mean, you've got a couple there, but yeah.
See, yeah, that's tough, and I understand that. Who do you prefer of Neighbors and CD rest of the season?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Neighbors, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Some of that is kind of dependent on what we see today.
I know.
Legit.
So
because CD last week still had like 10 targets, I think. Yeah, he still had 10 targets. 6 receptions for 21 yards.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush is amazing. So that's I would still say that even if all of those productive guys are on some of your contending teams, they're still going to be interested in Malik Neighbors by default because he is the new popular kid on the block, and they may consider that. So think about it. Terry, we have on players to target. Other players to target here.
I mean, does he want different players to target than the first one? So Lamb's on a Cowboys fans team, so that's why. And Amon-Ra St. Brown's on a Lions fan team. Chase is on a Bengals fans team.
Are you freaking kidding me? What about AJ Brown?
People are really emotionally.
Can you buy AJ Brown low?
Suggestion and comment here. Suggestion and comment.
Take advantage of homers.
Yes, absolutely. It sounds like you've got a ton of emotional leverage in this league, including you. Hey, Jesse, I'll give you a tip here. If you are able to see through the players you really like and want to have on your team, you will beat everybody in this league. It sounds like they're all attached to their guys.
Dominate this league with emotional leverage.
Jason said it's funny that people like having their team's players on the Dynasty teams. I hate it. I always trade them away. I do too. I can't stand having Colts. The one time we drafted a Colt was Anthony Richardson, and look how it paid off for us. Never again.
Is your AJ Brown owner attached to him because he hasn't been producing at a super high level the last couple of weeks, and I think he's a big buy for it.
Yeah. Hey, James, thanks for signing up, man. To answer your question, if you did a live one, we'll do it right now. If you didn't do a live one, it's probably going to be probably within a week right now, isn't it? The wait time for a blueprint if he signed up with an annual.
Yeah.
So within a week, if you didn't do a live one, if you did a live one, we'll do it obviously right now. Yeah. But that should answer your question.
If you want to upgrade it or super chat us, just let us know. We'll pull it
and we can
over
tell you
for
how to do that. But
yeah.
All right. We have all the trade targets.
Let's give him a running back target.
Okay, that's what I wanted. And Corey, does that answer your question as well? You guys just let me know. We're happy to help you guys do whatever.
I gave you Rachaad White as an affordable running back target if you're to pivot off of one of those tight ends. I'll give you another one. If you want to do Swift instead of Rachaad White, that's totally fine with me.
Yeah.
And again, just take advantage of some of those. This will be another suggestion and comment.
He said Rachaad White's on the trade block. I wasn't super interested, but could target him. So, yeah, that. And then he said A.J. Brown's probably not for sale. So he'd have to down tier, is what he said.
Okay. Leverage your rebuilding league mates. So a combination of these recommendations we have on this blueprint with the recommendations we have on the other blueprint with that thought process, I would follow through with that. Again, if you want to pivot off of Jonathan Taylor for a guy like Kyron Williams or Kenneth Walker, I have no issue with that, especially with Anthony Richardson starting the rest of the season.
So he said, so a couple questions here. Levi had a good question here. He says, age a big factor when moving neighbors, being 4-ish years younger than most guys in similar value. Not particularly, because when you're looking at the 3-year outlook of all those guys, they're all pretty much the same.
Yeah,
so
we care about the 3 year.
The 3 years is what we're worried about. And so Jesse asked the same thing. You do Terry for Olave straight up. Are you not concerned about age? We're not, because I think in the next 3 years, you look at Terry McLaurin being tied to Jaden Daniels, and you feel pretty good about that. I think this will be the best 3 years of Terry McLaurin's career. And if you end up having to move into like a reload or a rebuild or something, you can move Terry, and you're going to be getting out on him at a pretty good price.
Yeah.
So is there anything I can do at QB packaging Brees and AR potentially? Is what he asks.
Good question.
I mean, I like that you have Penix with Cousins, but I think you could go get...
I love that you have Penix and Cousins. I think I mentioned that in the 2.0.
I think that who is the cheapest guy to go get right now in terms of like having an elite QB? And this is a super flex, but it's a 10 team, so you do want some upside there as well.
AR and Brees, if you were to package both of them?
I think that's what he said, yeah.
That would make me really uneasy at running back.
It would, but he's... I guess he is contending. He did win, didn't he? Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could get like...
I would want Kyler
a low. If you were to get a high-end quarterback for one of those guys, I want Kyler 100%.
Kyler, Love, Stroud, Burrow, Hurts, those guys.
I would not do Stroud as a contender right now. I would do one of the higher-end guys.
So, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I meant that tier.
Yeah, that tier. If you're getting a running back plus a quarterback, I would go for like Goff plus a running back in that range.
And he asked about Stafford's longevity. Honestly, I'd let Stafford die on your roster. he's not worth anything,
and he's producing. So.
He's producing while he is here. I don't want to try to play the get out of your early thing because it never works. So
with the recent Christian Watson game, shot Pittman and Watson. See if you can up tier at wide receiver.
All right. Yeah, so again, Jesse, like I think you're doing a good job with this team. I still think you got a chance to win this year.
Yeah.
We'll obviously we did another, we got the 2.0 for you, but we do have another 1.0 here for you, so we'll send that over as well with everything we talked about today.
Yep.
And feel free, again, always stop in the Discord, make sure you're asking us questions and keeping us updated on some of these trade negotiations. So
yes, sir.
Appreciate you. All right. We're going to go Tanner's next, refresh, see what we've got in the queue here. So I see James is here. This one's from Austin. This is a trade question, so we'll answer that as well. James, I see you. So this one isn't doesn't look like a live review. It might be. I'm going to double check though. If it's not a live review and you wanted it done live, yeah, this is a 1.0. If you want it done live, send us a super chat. I think it's what? How much is it?
It's an extra $10.
Yeah, so it was the live option was here. Here, I'll show you guys where it's at real quick. If you guys want it done right now, when you go through to do this, because I'm assuming James, you wanted yours done tonight. If you don't, then we'll just get it to you within the next. We'll get it to you within the next like 6 days or something. But make sure if you want it done live, you slide up here, and yeah, it is $10 more. So if you're not a member,
little slider.
And if you didn't want it done live, then no worries. I just was looking out for you, making sure that you didn't mean to do a live one there. So.
We got Tanner up next, right?
Yep, Tanner's next.
All right.
Let's do our super questions real quick. Yes. Austin P90, what's up, buddy? Said, want to secure the 101. Is this a bad move?
That's a great move. Get Ayuk.
Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm not worried about getting the 101 or production or anything like that because the difference here is not going to make the difference. But I just want Ayuk straight up.
Yep.
So I like that. By the way, it's a 12-team super flex. Yeah, definitely. Good trade, my man. If Cooper gets... It was that close. Cooper Rush gets negative 0.3. You beat us in the Platinum League. Oh, so you're only up by... I see. Yeah, I heard we left Taysom Hill on the bench in that league, so that was fun. But it's a rebuild league for us anyways, and we're 500, so it's like we weren't expecting to win. But it was hilarious that you got because Corey's contending. Corey is contending in that league, and he got fortunate that we did not start Taysom Hill because we would have handed him a pretty bad loss.
Crushed him, yeah.
We would have been 6-5 actually.
Rip. We're not out of the picture.
Our overperforming rebuilds. All right, appreciate you, Corey.
Definitely not a flex,
All right, and yeah, where did were these the only two that were in here, or did you move one?
Nope, I didn't move anything.
Okay, cool. And I think, Corey, if you said you were going to submit one, so we'll be looking for yours as well. All right. Appreciate you guys. Here's the there's the link if you're a member and you want to get a team review. But like I said, what I would do, I'd get the rookie draft guide. You get all the tools. It's not very much more to just get a membership and get a free blueprint. And you can, it's $5 to get it done live on top of that. And you can get the rookie draft guide and the my teams and the trade calculator and the rankings, and you're going to get the bakery, and you're going to get. It's a way better deal in my opinion. It lasts all year instead of for 15 minutes while we review teams. So, all right, this is Tanner's team. Tanner says I've been in redraft leagues for a while. It's my first year in a non-super flex with some friends. So this is a Dynasty 1QB 10 team, half PPR. So this is kind of, again, he says redraft league, so he's clearly like. This is his Virgin Dynasty League, it seems like. You get in a 1QB 10 team, half PPR, and you get happy about it. I drafted for the future. Things haven't gone my way this year, so I've been trading for the future as well. Example, Olave for Rice. Love that trade. 4 top 14 picks this year. Very few trades happen in the league. What should I do? Okay, so it sounds like when he says 4 top 14 picks, he's got a couple of early seconds as well. And he is Row the Boat. It's going to be number 8 down here out of the 10 teams. LOL. And
2 extra 25 first.
Yeah, so he did say so. Those seconds were early.
Yeah.
So
well, one extra second. He's got 3 first. So
okay, just keeping notes of your draft capital here. But you are 6-14. This is going to be a league median. I love that you guys play in league median leagues. I wish I could convince the people I play with to play in league median leagues. I freaking love it. If the Flock League was a league median league, I would have no freaking sweat right now. Stupid fantasy football. All right. 10-team 1 QB. You've got Jordan Love and Brock Purdy. I mean, he's got 2 top 10 quarterbacks, so you feel like you have to give him a good score for depth. He doesn't. We obviously are going to move off of, we're obviously going to make a move for rushing upside here. Are you going 7? He said 3 firsts and an early second is what he has in terms of. So one of those seconds is early, and then
2 extra firsts.
And 2 extra firsts. Perfect. Brown, B-Rob, Benson, Pollard. It's a really good contending. We're going to move almost every single one of those guys.
B-Rob, Brown, and Pollard. Just some 2 most valuable guys, probably.
I mean, you could keep Chase Brown on this team in this build if you wanted to. What are you guys doing with Chase Brown and Dynasty? Let me know in the comments. But
yeah, we don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I moved him up, though. As you can see, I've got him at the running back 15 in Dynasty right now.
I think I have him at like 18 or 19 as well. So
yeah,
he looks good. He's got 2 years left on the team.
Oh, yeah, he does. He's getting a ton of production. The offense is still good, so.
I'm just so scared of next year's running back class.
Scared of it? What do you mean?
That just a bunch of really good teams are just going to go and make a splash.
Oh, I mean, you mean for the security of the guys who are already, Tyrone Tracy.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yes. No, I agree.
That's why I'm reluctant, because generally in any other given class, I'd be like, oh, yeah, just.
That needs to be a video for sure about probably when the season ends, but about the volatility with running back and how this year it's going to be even worse because you're going to have these starting running backs that get drafted over.
Yeah.
But Coop says he's not convinced the Bengals don't draft another running back, so he agrees. He said one top 4 first, the other first are probably 107 through 109.
So yeah, I will package those guys. Just
B-Rob,
and Chase Brown. Let's get some. Let's get a wide receiver.
Make sure you do. Yeah, thank you.
I've already got it.
Okay. And then So in terms of that running back room, though, I would probably still give that a 3. Just because Chase Brown does have some value. You're going to get some value for that. So I'd give that a 3.
Yep.
London Rice, Odunze, Waddle, Douglas McMillan. I would probably give that a 7.
Actually, I would give that a 4 because he has Benson and he has B-Rob too. Who has
I'm good with that. If anything, I think you go higher. So you know me. I think with the wide receiver room, I think you give it a 7 still.
Yep.
Because he's got some top guys. And then Laporta Smith is...
Why is it such a low rank? Is this a 10 team?
Yeah, it does make...
They're losing value. Maybe you give it a 6 because 10 team.
Yeah, that actually adds up. So, and then tight ends, what are you giving Laporta these days?
6 or 7.
Okay, I'd give him a 6, and because he's got Ertz as well, so you can at least start it. But
he's
not,
future value, rebuild, contend.
Future value.
And depth score, not awful.
No.
Not awful at all.
But this is a 10-team start 8. It's a start 80. Upside's going to be everything. If you could put a suggestion or comment that upside's everything in this league, make sure you prioritize some upside. So, yeah, Jason said he'll never be more valuable than he is now. Levi says Moss going to be around next year. I could see him taking touches again. I think Moss did sign a multi-year deal, so he should be there. I agree.
Who signed a multi-year deal?
We need to do a sells video, I think. I do have some solid sells.
Who?
Zach Moss has a multi-year deal that I asked him about because I was asked about Chase Brown.
Yeah.
Dalton. I'm glad you're back. We missed you. All right. Do we have all the positions? And we actually have a trades. All right, let's give targets here. And again, this is going to be a 1-year reload, so we're going to go. He already has Rashee Rice. Ayuk is going to be a good one for this team.
Yes. Perfect. What rushing upside QB? When in doubt, it's always Kyler. There we go. Okay. Honestly, whatever quarterback you are not pivoting from to get Kyler needs to be a huge down tier. Huge down tier. Just FYI. It's just a side note. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I don't even... Yeah. Okay, other targets? Upside. When you think upside, who do you think about?
How you could put Hawk on there as a tight end.
Keon's Coleman.
Yeah.
I just have this gut feeling about Keon.
You do. You're putting him on a lot. We'll see. And then who else? You want to put a quarterback on there?
I already did.
We're good.
Kyler, Ayuk, Coleman. Hawk.
Okay, yeah, that works actually.
Rebuild contend outlook here.
Oh,
is
Aaron
going
did
to
say that.
be-
What's up, Schnitz? He says that the Bengals do have an out on Zach Moss after this year, so
Okay,
that's good to know. I didn't have his contract up, so
that is good.
okay. So then, yeah, that's what I do think. I think there's multiple possibilities. I don't know. I think a team that is close to contending as the Bengals, they're going to A, fire their coach, which they should, and B, I feel like they're going to go get offensive
Do you
line
think they're
help.
going to be smart enough to fire Zach Taylor? I freaking hope so, dude.
I mean, Burrow is visibly
Everyone is.
miserable.
Yeah.
So like I think so. I mean they just because they're losing games at that point when you're losing close games like that. I think it is coaching.
They are really one loss away from being out of the picture,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
and they don't have an easy schedule. They're getting worked in the.
I
AFC
know,
North,
dude. I know.
Or East. Not
West.
North. East. No, North. It is North.
Okay. We're on suggestions and comments now.
Yes.
So we talked about upside. Hold your rookie picks till the NFL draft. All the way to April, we're going to hold those rookie picks. Make sure you check out our rookie draft guide too, because Tanner, it looks like he got a membership, and so you are going to have access to rookie draft guide. So check that out. We're going to have some updates for you here within the next couple months. We're going to update a lot. So let's see. He also said, so try to trade Brown. Yeah, we did put that on there. And again, we have this all in the blueprint for you. We'll send it to you, so you'll have all this in writing on blueprint again.
Yep.
Let's see. And then you also said...
I would shop Sam Laporta.
He said, I'm a Vikings fan. I hate having Love. So
for a
works out.
for a tight end pivot, or even a solid wide receiver. Your top priority right now is to build up wide receiver as much as possible and fade RB. Insulate your value. Okay.
Yeah.
That is another blueprint.
All right, Tanner, we appreciate you, man.
We've had quite a variety of
yeah. Hey, James.
types.
So you can add $10 to that thing. What you want to do, just go to the same place you submitted a blueprint, and then just do like a super message, and just do like a $10 super message, and just say upgrading or whatever, or ask another question in the super message or something. Same place again. You submit, and then we'll keep it in there, and we'll review your team. So, all right, cool beans. And we got another one in here. Hefe. So the Blueprint 2.0 actually does have specific trades for you. So we have that on the other option. We don't have that on 1.0 though. That 2.0 is the more in-depth one. But we do have that. Either way, pretty similar concept. I think anybody who has been around would admit that. Pretty similar. Okay, this we'll wait till James submits his, but James, by the way, is going to be yeah. Okay. Hey, James. He said he might have screwed it up. He said this earlier.
Can you drop your league ID in here in the chat?
Just drop your on the site or in the
site chat.
Okay, yeah. Hey, James, on the site chat, drop your Sleeper League ID. You can find that in the URL of your Sleeper League on the laptop or on a desktop, or you can do it on your phone. It's in the league settings. So, but we need your league ID. We can do that. So, all right, let's do Hefe. Hefe, what's up? Says been watching since before the rookie draft. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so much for doing that. Thanks for doing research for us. Got a late first round and an early second round pick. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for getting a blueprint, and also thanks for supporting. We can keep doing stuff like this because you guys keep watching. So we'll continue to do good research for you. So late first, early second here. You're going to be off Henry. This is going to be right here in the middle of our power rankings at number 4. This is a Dynasty Superflex 10-team start 9 PPR league. Again, coming in at number 4 here. Let's take a look. Off Henry. And let's start with quarterback. So this is a Superflex league. You've got Josh Allen, Jared Goff,
7.
and Will Levis is 7. You've got Derrick Henry, Brian Robinson, and then nobody else. Okay, wow. I know what we're doing with this team.
4 or 5.
Yes, from a value standpoint, yes.
Yeah. You got Puga, London, DK, Worthy, JMO, Shakir, Wicks, Juwan Jennings.
Sorry.
You're good.
Good.
I'm probably giving that a 7 as well. It's flirting with 8, but in a 10 team, I'll give it a 7. Tight end, you got Kittle and Tucker Kraft. Kittle's an automatic 7, borderline 8. You got Kraft as well. I'll give you an 8.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You said you knew right away what you're going to do. What are you doing?
Well, I mean, it looks like
6-4?
to me he just needs running backs to contend this year. He's 6-4.
Yep.
Hey, are you going to be Hefe? If you're here, are you going to be 7-4 after this week, or are you going to be 6-5? It's important, but when we're looking at this
How's
league,
the rest of the league look?
yeah, that's what I was going to say. 5-5, 9-1, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4, 3-7, 2-8, 2-8, 2-8, 6-4,
Even
5.
as frick.
Yeah.
You have a great chance.
You got a lot of
how good is the 9-1 team? It's not even the most valuable team, but let's click on it.
So nothing.
He's got the highest upside at quarterback.
The reason,
that's
I was going
why.
to say the reason is because of the quarterbacks.
But everything else
You can
is
win this
incredibly
league.
volatile.
We got to
You can
contend
win
this year.
league.
We got to contend this year.
Yep.
For sure. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you've got Henry and B-Rob here, and he said 7-4. Heck yeah, dude. So I think you are firmly in the mix to win this league.
Absolutely.
Now, definitely some things here we can do to win. First of all, he doesn't have any extra picks, but he did say he has an early second, his late first. It's going to be second or third place. That will be in his league standings so far this year. So, okay.
With an early second. Okay, that's pretty good.
He's got Juwan Jennings down here for some good depth. Kalisha. He's got some solid.
This is a textbook, well-rounded team.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Contend. What do you think? Reload or rebuild?
I think he's got enough value to put reload for now.
Okay.
I think you're down tiering from Allen.
Yep. We are also going to move Xavier Worthy.
Yes.
Worthy. Running back.
And then I do like that. And then Tucker Kraft.
Yes. Tucker Kraft, can we package him with anyone for a higher upside in a 10 team? Package Tucker Kraft and Shakir. And we'll up tier.
Yeah.
Who are you targeting for Allen?
I want to say Kyler or
All right, let's give him a freaking crazy amount of running back targets. Go.
Yeah.
That are
for
this
get
price
somebody
range.
that's affordable.
Guys that are affordable. Kamara's affordable. Josh Jacobs is affordable.
Yep. Yes.
And DeAndre Swift is affordable in the Xavier Worthy range. So.
Yep, I agree. This is actually, Jeffrey. This is a pretty straightforward one here. I think like you're on the verge. You just need to make a couple moves here. We've already. I mean,
don't be afraid of contending assets.
No.
That raise your.
At this point, he has
starting
his own first
lineup production upside.
Let me look here at the rebuilds. Rebuilds have some good value down here. Perfect. Jacobs is on a 2-8 team here.
Good.
Beautiful.
Consider moving your late 25 first for one of the higher end running backs. Is Kyron on that 2-8 team?
Kyron's on another 2-8 team.
And Mixon?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
target every single one of those running backs.
So swap out. Yeah, I was gonna say. So on this team right here, Jeffrey, target.
We're targeting.
Go get
Kyron,
these guys.
Jacobs, and Mixon.
Yep. Beautiful. You're gonna win the league if you get any of those guys. Seriously, I think you will. This league's very even. So
move your 25 first if you need to. To acquire all three of those RBs.
Man, seeing all the running backs on that team is like the Jaws. It's like, dun-dun.
Shop Jameson Williams. See if you can get a more consistent wide receiver. Terry is right in that range.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Yeah, and you can take advantage of some decent value with JMO. So,
Yep.
where do I have JMO? Because I know JMO was as high as like wide receiver 20 something. I wonder where his value has gone. If I have him ranked way lower than what Keep Trade Cut
He
does.
skyrockets every time he
30,
has a 30
34
point
and
game,
37. So
then
no, I'm pretty close.
Yeah.
All right, Jeffrey. Thanks for submitting, man. That's a great. He said this team was built like this because of you guys. Well, we appreciate that, man. I'm glad we could help you out, and I hopefully this is going to be just the final step to you going and winning. I really, really think you can win this league. Like I think once you get one or two of those running backs, you're going to have as good a chance as everybody else in this league.
So this is a 12 team, right?
Yeah, I mean, think about the
team.
balance of value in this league. This guy has the most value, but again, look at this is all very even. This guy has the most value here, but he doesn't have necessarily the best contending roster here because he has Rashee Rice on this team. He has Breece Hall. This guy has the best record, but he doesn't have the best value. He doesn't have a ton of value at run. I mean, he's going to be in the toilet here in a couple of years. And then you've got some rebuilds down here that are actually above some of your middle of the road teams. So these guys are middling. These rebuilds are doing a better job, but the reason they have a ton of value is because they've got a bunch of contending guys. I think you can win this league. So, all right, we'll send that over to you in the next 1 to 2 days so you have everything we talked about. But I mean, it seems like again, we got a plan for you. I think it sounds like you're going to be able to do that. So we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, and thanks for watching as always. All right, there's James. Says you guys rock, love the content. You rock, James. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And yeah, I've got your team review up here at the top. Oh, I did not mark this as complete. Same one. So appreciate you, Hefe.
Something.
All right. Now we've got James. Oh yeah, I do, James. I do need your league ID if you could send that. Just drop your sleeper league ID anywhere. Maybe it's in the chat there.
Yeah, it probably is. Not yet.
Okay. She said he made the mistake of going all in last year. Yeah, he hasn't yet. Made the mistake of going all in last year. Started lost in the playoffs. This is fine. Lessons were learned. Yeah, well, this is going to be a rebuild. We're going to be able to get through this. Yeah, but if you could drop your sleeper league ID, we can put this in the my teams for you.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Metal fragment falls from AT&T Stadium roof after opening before the game.
I saw that.
Remember
that happened to the IU basketball game?
Yes,
Do you remember that?
I thought of. Yes,
That's crazy because I was like 12. I was in Bloomington for the game.
I will never forget that.
That's nuts.
Because I was when they were really, really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
And
surprised
it
you
was a
remember
big-
that. You had to have
was-
been 8
it
or
was a
9
big
years
deal
old.
Game.
That's
I remember
crazy.
seeing
I was in Bloomington
the
at my aunt's
security,
house.
the security footage of the beam just smacking the floor. And then all the people came like after they delayed it because they postponed it a couple days to check everything. And then all the fans came in. They all had like hard hats on and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. All right. His sleeper league ID is in the chat.
Okay, great.
In this chat.
In that chat.
So if you want to copy and paste it. And
Okay.
I think I should be able to copy and paste it as well. All right, Corey said he got his sent too, so I'll double check it real quick for you, Corey. But I'm sure you're good. We'll help you out if you need it.
Okay. Good there. Got it. So you can pull it up on my teams. It's in the chat now, in there.
Perfect.
That way you can analyze it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get it.
Just go to my teams and then sync the league ID.
Oh,
I just dropped it in that chat so that you can pull it from
thank
there.
you. Okay, that's what I was wondering. And Corey, I got yours too. Yours looks good. So, and you've got your league ID, but you're already linked, so you're good. So Corey will be up next here. All right, cool. So it's my reviews, right?
Yes.
And then it's James. It's here.
Yep.
Let's copy this.
His team is BRB under construction. First time playing Dynasty. This is year 2 of our league. During the startup, I made mistakes. I learned a lot, though. I thought it was smart to enter a rebuild, quote unquote. Might not have been smart, but here we are looking on rebuilding advice. I am currently tanking. Okay.
Holy crap.
What?
Look at the guy in first.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody's
Pull up the team.
Somebody is.
Look at it.
Okay, so
He's only 4-6.
that's nuts.
Oh, it's his quarterback value. That's why.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He doesn't really have.
Well,
I mean, he's a good wide receiver. Right?
Quarterback, wide receivers. Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't have the league settings on here, but you should have that. And be right back under construction right here. It's going to be a hard rebuild team. But he does have a lot of picks. So I like that you've already kind of loaded up on picks here. So let's do it.
Yep. Hard rebuild. Okay.
All right. Howell, Pickett, and Wilson. That's a 0.
So
You can give it a 1 if you want to. I mean, you can't start any of those guys. You don't have any quarterbacks.
that's a 0.
Steele, Davis, Gray. That's probably a 0 as well.
Yeah.
Puka, Josh Downs, Tillman, and this is a 12 team, right?
Yeah.
12 team, and I'm assuming.
Got Judy.
Can you read the league setting for me?
Polk as well. 12 teams, Superflex, PPR, no tight end premium. That's a 4 or 5. I'll forgive a 5 because of Tillman's value increase.
Yeah, that's fine. And then
Dulcich, Noah, Gray.
it's a 1.
It's a 1.
Yeah. So this is. Have you ever graded a team loader in this? Is it this?
I think I may have graded. We may have graded one last year that was 0s, 1s, and 2s across the board.
From a positional grade standpoint, this is a very, very hard rebuild. One of the hardest, maybe the hardest rebuild we ever had.
Yep.
Now, however, you have a ton of picks here, and when I say a ton, I mean a lot.
Extra 25 first.
Extra 25
2
first.
extra 25
2 extra 26 first.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 extra seconds in 25. And 2 extra seconds in 26. So he's got 7 total seconds between.
5 extra seconds or 5 total
5
seconds?
extra seconds in 25. 2 extra seconds in 26. All right, this is hard hat, gloves on, domain special right here. We're going to get you out of trouble. We're going to start with suggestions and comments first.
Yep.
All right. You're going to hold your picks until the rookie draft, all of them. This is you put this as a special, right? Rebuild, contend.
Yes. I do not.
Oh, and he does have 327 first as well. They're not on here. So, but that does matter. He's got some future value here. Yeah, so we're going to hold all those picks. You're going to be a multi-year rebuild. We rarely ever do multi-year rebuilds, but I think you need to just accumulate value. Let's go ahead and down tier from Puka Nacua here.
Yeah,
let's go get Rashee Rice plus. Yeah, no, Jason, I agree. I think that no, 100%. You are 100% correct. And obviously, that's our philosophy as well. You can't make all your first round picks, let alone seconds. Once you get to the draft, you are definitely trading a ton of those seconds. You're just taking advantage of people wanting to move up and get guys.
Yeah.
So 100%. But we'll get there when we get there.
This is a super flex. Penix is a perfect target here.
So do make sure, James, like when you get to the rookie draft, if we don't do a blueprint for you before then again, make sure you don't make all these picks. Make sure you trade more than half of them.
Yep.
So that's a good point.
We will have to down tier from Downs.
Yeah, you got to down tier from Downs. You got to sell. You got to sell on Tillman.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean you have to. You have to take a value in where
Tillman
you can.
and Judy.
Yep. So we're literally down tiering everywhere. I mean, this is again.
Those are the only valuable guys you have on your roster.
So, but you do want to get proven productive players for these guys. Mm-hmm. Let's go upside here. You put.
So I've got Penix, Rashee Rice, Brandon Ayuk, and then you can get 2026 rookie picks at a discount right now.
And
go get
those
a couple, because you won't be contending
more.
Until
26 picks are going to be your best friend in this.
Yep.
Prioritize 26 picks over everything else at this point. That's what's going to get you back into this league. And then we just need another suggestion and comment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
be patient.
I play the market, play the frick out of the market on this team. Like, I mean, you need to be every single day watching player values and just buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You're going to have to make 100 trades on this team to get to where you want to be. Make as many trades as you can. Honestly, you're not in terrible shape. You are. What I worry about with this team is that you have so much future value that's 2 years out. Obviously we're going to we wonder about, the longevity of the league. Hopefully this league stays together and you can give yourself a chance to get back in it. But you've done a good job getting picks. And as you make trades and stuff, drop them in our Discord channel, drop them in the Dynasty trades, drop a poll, get community advice on your trades so that you're getting, you have to stack small value wins here. You're going to have to stack small value wins. You're going to be shooting for upside with the players you got and then moving some of those picks for proven players as well. And taking shots in the third, fourth round. We're taking all running backs this year. Like that's what we're doing. So.
Yep.
Ryan, shut up. We do not look frustrated. We're fine. I freaking hate you, dude. I'm gonna drive to Minnesota and kill you.
Wow.
Becca said we don't look frustrated.
Becca always coming to our defense.
I know. No, James, you're good, man. You're gonna be fine. I wouldn't worry too much about any of this. This is, again, sometimes it's fun to get into hard rebuilds because it means like it's a challenge.
This is literally what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. We appreciate you, man. All right, I think Corey's up next, so let's do Corey.
Okay. This is CBAT 13. CBAT hitbat. CBAT hit. Well, C-ball hitball is actually what it is.
Yeah. This is yeast mode, and this is second here. It looks like he's got a lot of picks.
He said he bombed the draft.
Yeah, first year Dynasty bombed the draft, made too many trades. Well, it looks like you're sitting pretty with value, though. Gave up an early, then gave up early trying to recover out of the 101 and offer tonight before the trade deadline. JJ for Addison, the 102, and my 26 and 27 first. You're absolutely doing that.
Sorry.
No question you are doing that.
Holy.
Like, the fact that you can get your first back here and you get the 102, you're getting
that 102 by default will be a mid-second round startup pick in Superflex formats. And this is a 12-team Superflex league, so
yeah,
I like it. What'd you go silent for?
I'm thinking.
What are you thinking about?
Your mom?
I hope not.
Yeast, so he's 1-9.
Okay. Oh, man. He's got May, and that's it. He's down tiering, though. He's already got extra first. There's a future value team.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He really has nobody outside of May, JJ, BTJ.
Yeah.
And that's like it. It's almost a hard rebuild still, but he's going to get a lot of value with the picks. Let's just grade it out really quick. Drake May alone, it's a 3 out of 10. Estimate Kendra Miller, Matt, that's a 1. JJ, BTJ, AD Mitchell, Polk is a 5. Hunter Henry, John, that's a 1.
Right.
3-1-5-1. Obviously, heavy rebuild.
Yes. And it looks like he's got some draft capital to go with it, though. He's got a lot of...
So what do you think? Future value or hard rebuild? Do you think that this time next year he could be a competitive team, or do you think it's going to take more time?
Eileen, it's going to take more time.
Okay. Hard rebuild.
He's getting his first backs, too, so...
Soft hard rebuild.
Yeah.
But
it's really descriptive.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
So we've got...
So we got the Jefferson move.
Extra 25 first. 2 extra 26 first. Extra 25 second as well. No 26 second. Good grade here.
Yeah.
All right, players to move. Here we go. Got a down tier from everyone.
Yeah, I mean, that BTJ. Drake May, probably.
Yeah, you have to.
I think you have to. It sucks.
Just get McCarthy and Penix.
You holding Estime on this team?
Absolutely not. We'll do Estime and Mitchell.
Yeah.
Pivot. Since we do have you categorized as a hard rebuild, we're going to have you target more 26 rookie picks. Wide receivers to target. Let's give him some more. Let's give him some wide receiver targets instead, because he has a lot of picks right now. Who do you want to go for? If you're down here from Brian Thomas, we got to go Rashee Rice.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get, I think you can. So hold your picks all the way to the draft. Let them accumulate in value. You need it. Yeah, but I think you're going to be fine, Corey. Even though it's a hard rebuild, I think you're going to be just fine.
Yep.
This is not awful.
Yeah. Let's be hyper focused on obviously value, but specifically the QB and WR positions. Insulate your value there. And one more suggestion and comment.
I would play the market like a madman. No matter what you do, just play the market.
You're off to a great start with that JJ deal.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, Corey, I think you're going to be good, man. Like, again, you're just going to have to make as many moves as you can, make as many small value wins as you can, but I think ultimately you'll come out ahead. I'm not super worried about it, so. All right, that clears out our queue, actually. So, if I will give you guys, we are at 7:50, so we do have a couple more minutes. If anybody wants to get a team review done tonight, I'll go ahead and drop the links. If not, we can just answer some questions, which I would like to do as well, since you guys have been hanging out with us, but there's the link, again, to get the rookie draft guide. I'll go back to this and pull this up. The rookie draft guide, which we just came out with, and the team blueprint, which you can get done now for a small little upgrade. There's the link, direct link, if you already are a member and you want to get your team reviewed. But in the meantime, we can answer some questions here. So I kind of worked my way up. So is this the right chat, or do I have another chat? I'm an idiot. Where are you? Okay, this might be the one. Yeah, this is it. Okay, cool. We're doing Mahomes, Garrett, BTJ, and Devonta. Mahomes, we have been recommending to pivot. Garrett Wilson, I think he's a hold right now. BTJ on some teams, especially contenders, we're offering pivot options for him. And then Devonta Smith, I think we are kind of selling. So, Zach, appreciate it. Really enjoy the videos. How much of the blueprints? So it's going to depend. If you're a site member with our code, they're going to be like 30% off what they would be if you aren't a site member. If you're a site member with another code, it's going to be like 15% off what it would be if you're a non-member. You get a free one with the annual MotherFlocker. So there's a lot of different combinations. But what I would recommend doing is lockfantasy.com/domain, using code domain, getting an annual MotherFlocker, getting all the tools, getting the rookie draft guide, and then getting a free blueprint. So I would do that. Or you can get the monthly, domain MotherFlocker tier and get 30% off a blueprint and get the cheapest one. But yeah, people got to get excited to be Nico back. I know. Worthy, I think Worthy's a guy. Honestly, we're kind of selling on the way down at this point. But
he may get to a point where you can't really sell him because
I think that point is approaching quicker than we think. So that is the one thing. What do I do with Waddle? Waddle, I think you have to hold Waddle. I think unlike Xavier Worthy, he's a guy I'm not going to sell on the way down. I think I'm just going to hold Waddle. Don't you think? Have you been telling people to sell Waddle?
Not super often unless they're a contender and they own Waddle. Then I'm like, just cut your losses, get a guy that's productive in that range, go get Terry, and then you're good. Yeah. But if you're a rebuild, generally you're going to want to stick with him.
Yeah, I agree. So
he just is. He's so oddly safe because Tyreek is just going to be continually on the decline. So there's always going to be that belief that he's going to be the alpha at some point, which, might not happen forever. But just from a market value perspective, you just hope that he increases enough in the middle of the offseason to a point where you can sell him off for a higher price than you're able to right now.
Yeah. We do next tier videos. Can you discuss how much it takes to upgrade from tier to tier? Sure. Yeah, we could try to do that. In terms of draft capital, sure. This should be pretty easy. Will DJ Moore's value go up? I think it will now. I think you'll see a little bit of a value spike now that Shane Waldron's gone. I bet he's going to be a little bit better. So, you guys still think trades are a clear value loss on keep, trade, cut, and fantasy calc if the trade is helpful? Do you guys still do trades that are a clear value loss? It depends. It depends on how much value
you
overall
said in
you have.
parentheses on keep, trade, cut, and fantasy calc. I don't even look at keep, trade, cut, or fantasy calc. If it's a value loss on there, I don't even believe it.
Yeah.
I just sent an offer to someone a couple of days ago who sent me a screenshot of keep, trade, cut, and I was like, we're literally doing this still.
Yeah.
We're still doing this. You don't have to show me what a keep, trade, cut graph says. I don't care what it says. I care that you're contending and I'm not. And if you want to pay up for more production, this is what it costs. But it's no.
Yeah. Is Goff a sell?
No,
I don't think so. He's just a hold. Is Chubb worth anything at this point? I don't think he has any value right now. So I don't think so. Appreciate you, Casco. Thanks for being a member. Thoughts on Elijah Moore? I think he's underrated with 12, 9, 8 targets to Jameis. He could be. We'll just have to see if this continues. / you also have to know that Jameis may not be the quarterback there in the future, right? So there's just a lot of uncertainty there. But maybe he could have a little bit of value. Would it be possible to trade the 101 or 102 for Amon Ra? If you can, you do it. Possible. If somebody gets really high on the rookie class, we've seen those kind of trades happen before.
Everyone's gonna get really high on Genty.
Yeah.
You'll have
potentially.
You'll have a sect that you'll have like a little cult in Dynasty that is so power 5 that they're gonna be lower on Genty, but Genty is really, really good.
Yeah. Would you ever buy or hold contending pieces, Evans, Ridley, Cup, etc., if you are not out of the playoffs but are contending in 2025? Not now, I wouldn't. I would do that in the offseason when they're cheaper. They're at some of their value peaks right now. Now, somebody like Godwin, I would maybe potentially buy now, but Evans, Ridley, and Cup are all guys that are going to have higher value during the season because of their contending value. So if you are contending, I think I'm buying those guys in the offseason. I hate keep, trade, cut. People live and die by it. It's not great, guys. It's not great. Way better to be in a Discord and just ask people. That's a way better community survey of a trade. As a contender, who would you be looking to get back for Devonta Smith? Try to get T. Higgins. Try to get Terry McLaurin. One of those guys. I like those guys. If you have the 101, you have Brooks and Benson next season. Should you still go Genty or get an Arizona wide receiver? Tap McMillan. It's going to depend. I think it's honestly, that question is not going to be answered fully until after the combine and really after the draft. I think if you have Genty get top 10 draft, you might have to take Genty for value. However, if there's not a clear value pick and Genty's not the clear value pick there, then sure, you can go ahead and take a wide receiver. You just don't want to sacrifice value for team need. Although you can occasionally do that and feel okay about it in a rookie draft rather than a startup draft. So we'll have to see. Appreciate you, Sam. Thank you so much, man. We got 15 minutes game time? It's Cowboys Texans, right?
Yeah.
Last week traded Anthony Richardson.
Not a game.
Yeah. And 2 projected mid-firsts, 125, 126 for Jaden Daniels. Did I give too much? No, I don't think you did. What do you think? I mean, I don't think so at all.
No, I don't think so. Some people would say it's risky because
it's a risky
business. You're technically selling AR low. But what really is his ceiling at this point after he looked awful and got benched and got replaced? I mean, he just scored 28 points. I get it. I would definitely be pumping the brakes when they just worked the Jets defense as dysfunctional as they are. They're about to play the Lions and get embarrassed. So AR's value is just going to be all over the place.
Mike Evans rest of the season.
What about him?
That's the question.
I think we both have him as a top 18 option.
Yeah, I think
he
we
has
do.
to be.
I think
he
do.
has to
we
be
have him right there,
borderline top 12 with Baker's volume and what Mike Evans was doing with Chris Godwin. I understand some would say, maybe he'll be a little more boom bust and unpredictable with Godwin out of the lineup because Godwin was kind of helping open the field for Mike Evans. I get that, but they were both able to produce together on the field at a high level. I think Mike Evans is going to be fine.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're going to jump off. We got to eat dinner before the game, so...
Dinner.
We appreciate you. It's been fun. Good stream. And yeah, we'll be back sometime. Eventually, we're going to pick back up and do... Somebody asked earlier about our stream schedule. Eventually, we're going to pick back up probably our Friday streams. We typically stream on Monday and Friday, but definitely want to make sure you guys get all your questions answered, get your trade questions and stuff like that. So we do appreciate you guys a ton. So make sure, like I said, before you leave, drop a like. We have a video coming out tomorrow. It's going to be the trades video. So if you are a member over on flockfantasy.com, make sure you submit your trade if you want that to be considered for the video tomorrow. And as I mentioned earlier, you can get our rookie draft guide, which is available now, version 1 of the rookie draft guide, which includes all of the players that you should be getting familiar with for your 2025 rookie drafts and all of the scouting information you need for those guys until we update it in January. And you get a free team blueprint when you sign up for the annual MotherFlocker tier on flockfantasy.com/domain and you use code domain. You have to use code domain to unlock it, but the annual tier comes with all kinds of tools and fun things like that so that you can make the most of your membership and also win your Dynasty League. We're trying to get you guys to win your league. So we love you guys. I hope you know that, and we appreciate you guys. You guys are the most loyal audience we could ever ask for. So thanks for supporting us, and we will see you guys tomorrow with a video. So peace out.